Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Throwback Thursday. Today, we're playing the Wars trading card game from Decipher. This, effectively, it came out. I was just checking this out in the back of the rulebook, which I thought was fun. So one, we have the classic card-sized rulebook, so that the rulebook can fit inside of a starter box this size. That's why they do that.
Now, question we got to ask ourselves before we get any further: are these starters good? Because we kind of ran into that with Star Trek. A lot of people saying never. They were never good. How did any of us start these games? They gave us a box of garbage to learn the game.
They knew that players that were going to stick around needed to have a certain level of determination. So they put the border up at the gate, and then if you can get into the city, you're in.
Yeah, you got to have a little pushback up front.
Now, so the Wars TCG came about, as far as I understand it, the Star Wars CCG, we've been doing a series about that. If you haven't seen that, it's a journey through the Star Wars CCG. We're going set by set with a box of each set, opening it up, building decks and stuff. We're 3 episodes in on that right now. But at some point, Decipher, the company that made the Star Wars CCG, lost the license to Star Wars, or knew they were losing the license to their good old friends, Wizards of the Coast. And as that was ending...
License killer extraordinaire.
Yeah, as that was ending, they started working on the Wars CCG. And it's effectively the same game system. There are some adjustments, which I'll cover in a minute once we get this thing on the table and do it. But it's like 98% the same. If you've seen those videos, you'll watch this and be like, oh, I know how to play that game.
But how is that possible? Look at the beautiful templating on some of these cards that I'm seeing. This is not the Star Wars CCG.
Oh, but it is.
Wow,
but it
sign me up.
They made some improvements, especially in the templating. They also did things like the top right. Like if we pull this card up, I'm going to not pronounce it.
Can you pull them up on this shot? All right.
Kujiko Turako.
Nice choice for a card to pop on the screen for an example there.
Kujiko. Let's see if this works and get it going.
Kujiko. We got to take a second, too. I want to shout out Jonathan, lead designer here.
That's right.
Yeah, that's right. Bryce is popping the cards up also. Bryce, of course, you're very appreciated. But Jonathan also trying to find card images for Wars trading card game is not only hard because it's old and, not readily available, but trying to find Wars trading card game. Imagine how many variations.
Something Wars trading card game?
Something Wars trading card game or
Eternal
something.
Wars, Star Wars, et cetera.
So trying to find these cards was amazing, and we got them. So you guys can have a better experience.
Made it happen. So
thank you, Jonathan.
That card is now popped on the screen, which is great. So the top right stat there is a 5. That's the destiny value. They call it a destiny value. That's what it was called in the Star Wars CCG. Yeah. Same thing. So things they fixed, top left is the cost now. In the Star Wars CCG, the cost was little bitty in the bottom left of the corner. Yeah. Then they added those icons right under the cost, which is basically a resource threshold you have to have in play to play that card.
Okay.
So like locations will have those icons on them too and things. And another thing that I really liked that they did is their locations. So as an example, we have the Ganymede Underground Bunker. Also have destiny values. So this is 0.
Oh.
But not all of them have a 0. Like this Ceres Belt Hideaway, CERES, has a 3. And so in the Star Wars CCG, all those locations just have a 0.
Yeah, they're blank, yeah.
So that's just a stat they can add, obviously, to give them things to balance these cards with. That's nice.
It gives you a little bit more kind of inclination to run these cards, whereas in the Star Wars CCG, I was always nervous.
Yep.
Because you can't run hardly any of them, or you just brick out your destiny draws.
Yeah, locations provide you both resources and then also potentially no destiny value in the Star Wars CCG. So it's a little different here. And how all that works, which we'll get into in a minute. But everyone says that they love this system, they love this game. There's a lot of people that really got into it. I will say, this is made by Decipher. They have just almost limitless moxie. They create games with no borders, man. And so I'm interested to play it. It did not last very long, as far as I know.
The game, yeah.
Because Decipher started running into the money laundering issues they had that ended up
that'll get you sometimes.
Not being great for them. But everyone talks so highly of this. I've heard about this my entire life and never had a chance to play it. So I'm excited.
Well, let's get into it, man. Let's just get it on the table. We'll also, if you haven't played the Star Wars CCG, we'll, of course, kind of cover the basics as we go along so that you're not totally lost. You're welcome to be here, of course. And just hello to everybody out there on the stream. I was watching back some of our YouTube streams, and I feel like they really downsample the quality there on YouTube. So Twitch crew is enjoying this in full 1080,
Glory.
1080 Zach, 1080p.
Well, 1080 Steve.
So yeah, so if you're concerned about that, you can always watch it on Twitch. But if you're watching this back, just remember to yourself, it's their fault, not ours, that we're maybe not as crystal clear as we should be.
Yeah.
And it drives me insane.
It's not, only so many things can be. And also worth noting on this, a very famous Star Wars author, Michael Stackpole, apparently was hugely responsible for the universe that was built for this game.
And some people fell in love with the universe.
Yep. They
But
created this whole thing.
nothing has happened with it past this, right?
As far as I know. So, we have these various starters. This is we have 2 incursion starters and 2 nowhere to hide starters.
So this is first set, second set?
I have no idea.
I believe it was. I think I looked up the way that it worked. So we've got Solidarity and Suppression of the first set, and then we've got Overlords and Cats and Claws of the second set.
You gotta love the cats and claws, man.
So hey, why don't you take Solidarity? I got these little slugs with wizard stabs, so I'm gonna be into that. Let's go to the top down here. Take a look at what we're dealing with. So this starter is what I'll be playing. This is the Incursion starter. I believe this was the first set. Suppression, probably the faction here. And like I said, you got a nice triple-eyed space slug with a little magic staff, so I'm gonna like that. And then tattooed, outer rim looking guy. And then Zach's playing Solidarity rather than Suppression. You've got creepy mech animated automaton thing back here.
It looks like Meg Ninjas.
And then, it looks like some kind of hero with a sword. We know that because there's a sword. Heroes have swords.
Give me that vibe. There were some comments. David Whitfield saying, "Good morning, guys. Happy Captain Marvel Day. It's the 2-year anniversary of the film. Wouldn't you know it?" Jeremiah says, "I'm watching over
Always
here
good to see you, David.
on YouTube in all of your crisp reality 1080. Happy to have you. Yeah, for sure.
I like these card backs. Now you can tell a lot about a game from the card backs. Now this is a great card back.
You know what I noticed about this card back that's interesting to me? They literally list the factions on the card back, which would be terrifying to me because it's like, what happens if you add another faction?
Yeah, that is a problem.
New card back?
Well, probably. At least we know what's in here. I'm going to shuffle this up. Do I need to start with any cards?
Well,
Do we just...
I think we need a starting location, but let me verify in my compendium.
Let's look at this beautiful Wars tiny rule book. It's hard to know.
Determine which player will take the first turn.
That's what you came out with?
Each player searches his or her deck for a location or reveal your choices at the same time. Put them in the middle of the play area. And then the turn sequence is on the back of the rule book, which is handy. So, you know what I'm going to do?
Are we going to choose a random? There's got to be one that you should know. Do they have like a, if you're playing the starter deck, do this kind of thing?
No.
This is way before that kind of thinking, wasn't it?
Just picking and shuffling.
For a location. Okay. If the beginnings of the tiles are the same, place them adjacent, otherwise place them separately. So it's the same kind of a thing. Shuffle your deck, place it face down in your reserve, draw the top 8 cards to form your opening hand.
Which is the exact same as the Star Wars.
Okay, so then we're going to activate, which is where we're going to take cards and put them into our resource pile.
Yep.
Then we got the control phase where we're going to drain. So there is still a drain, so that's easy.
It's so similar.
Deploy phase is the exact same. Energy, and they're calling it a support cost. Okay. So they're just threshold, like Spoils threshold.
Yep.
Okay. Playing location is easy. Your locations mixed together in the play area. Sectors and sites. Okay. And that's like planets and sites in Star Wars CCG there. You can play a ship, choose a sector where it enters play. It must have at least one energy icon on your side of it unless you already have another ship at that
So
site.
energy is like the force icons from the first set. Presence.
What's a no-bot? No-bot.
It's a character.
Ish. Order, one time if that's an event. Interrupt, okay. Standard. Everything the same? Battle Destiny, attrition, etc.? It looks like. Hey, this is cool. Why don't we put more games in this rule set? Anyone talk to Decipher about this?
Well, unfortunately, Decipher got wrecked.
Yeah, but they said
they.
You saw I showed you their website, right?
Yeah,
they had
some game going.
Game coming out in 2020. Uh-oh, the stack. It's placed on the stack. They had a stack. Wow. Really advanced.
Which we may or may not need.
Let's go, I'll go get a starting location here.
I got one that seemed like it had an ability that was useful.
Okay, that's not what you want. clearly. Vantage point. Does it interplay when you start with it?
The location?
Yeah, but that's not what we want. Let's put an asteroid out. Now hold on. I actually have to think about this for a second because I don't want to just like be awful. I'm loving the art on this.
Yeah, it's nice.
It's really nice. So I appear to be playing some kind of Ganymede deck. So why not get the moon? Oh, dude, you have a foil?
I have lots of foils. The stars come with a handful of foils. That looks awesome, though.
Beautiful.
What's the card name?
Renarti Anant. It's all blue and foily. This is my jam.
What up, Grunhurst? Loyal listener from Germany. Glad to have you here.
This is my jam. +2 at each related site.
Someone said they updated movement. Can you give me the TLDR on what they did with the movement?
Unlimited encampment. Each player goes for it during a battle here. Hey, I'm just gonna put a planet in. You know, I don't really know. You don't know either. Do you?
I'm not playing a planet, so let's get rid of
Okay,
planet
cool.
and
We're gonna
non-planet.
planet
All
and
right, what did you get? What did you
I got
play?
Ganymede.
I got Ganymede underground bunker. So they're going to be connected.
Okay.
If we look at my underground bunker, it's got this icon over here. That's yours.
Okay, yeah.
one
So
by the
that's the
cost.
1 4-strain icon.
And
or
then
whatever.
mine is the 2. So that's how
Okay.
many resources I get from this.
Oh, we did
Same,
well.
yeah, 2, 1, same thing.
We get 3 each.
And then that's
Okay.
how much you can drain them for.
Okay,
So as long as I have a unit here, your side of the location gains that icon. I think it's for both of us.
Okay.
So mine has 1, but if you have a unit here, you also get 1 from it.
Okay.
What's your thing say?
My thing says each player's drain here is +1 for each related site he or she controls.
Okay.
So if you
Beautiful.
control the ground, the planet drains you for more.
All right, cool. You ready to party?
Yeah, let me, actually I'm not. Let me shuffle up. What's up, Grunhurst? Yeah, thanks. Thanks for being a loyal listener to the Covenant Cast. That really makes us happy. Makes a lot of happy feelings, what I was about to say.
Makes
That's just
happy.
It's a weird thing to say. Sapphire Parlor said, I spoke with the owner of Decipher about the cost to purchase this IP out of curiosity. It was a lot of zeros. They spent a lot of money on the story building and art. Well, but that is just what they spent on it doesn't mean that's what it's worth.
That's what we in the business call a sunk cost. They aren't getting that money back. But, I mean, to be fair, like if you have an IP that you may or may not ever want to do something with, and especially if you don't need money, I can see why you wouldn't necessarily want to sell it.
Well, if you got into all this money laundering, so you might need money.
Or maybe that's how you
8,
don't need money. You know what I mean?
7, 8. Okay. Got my deck here, and I'll keep it actually relevant for everybody to see. So I'll keep it right here. And we can play
Yeah,
it.
I got mine too. You ready to roll?
Yeah, man. So here we
All right.
go.
First things first, I'll activate 3 force. They're in the control phase.
Is
of
it called force?
No, it's not.
Okay.
Energy. But I'm going to call it force because it's just my brain. Next is the control phase. I don't control anything, so I can't drain you.
Give me just a second. Hold on. So activating energy, you count up the icons that you can see on your
Yep,
side of the
yep,
board, and then you get that much energy. So that has 3 icons here, and you get
Sometimes I forget people are watching us.
Yeah.
You know, I do what I normally do when we're trying to play games. I'm just going for
like
it.
a bull in a china closet.
Yeah. So then you go to control phase. If I had people at these locations and Steven didn't, I control it. And if I control it, I can drain him for the energy icons on his side of the card.
And draining me is me discarding cards from my deck, and if your deck runs out, you lose the game.
That is the
that's
win
the
condition.
idea.
Yeah. All right, then I get to the deploy phase. So I can play cards, but remember, like, this is pretty cool, right? Check out this foil Lore Master. He costs 2, but he has that 2 threshold.
Mm-hmm.
So I only have 1 of those icons, so I can't play him until I get another
Until
one
you
of those
get a
icons.
unit there.
Yeah, now I would have another icon if I had something there because of this text. Also, if you remember back to some of our Star Wars CCG lessons, having a single unit somewhere is terrifying.
Oh yeah, you can get wrecked. Now, does this text only apply to you or to both of us? You said it's both of us?
I think it's both of us.
Because like they're not doing the double-sided locations like they did in the other one.
Yeah.
Which I can check it out if you just want to keep playing.
Well, I just want to see, because I'm looking at the stats like on this Lore Master. 1 power, that's like his fight, but he's got defense and tactics. So I just want to fundamentally understand what these stats do.
Sectors are played on one end of the group of sites related to it. Yeah. So you play the planet out, and then you play the sites out like we're used to. It doesn't say anything about You know, I wonder if you actually kind of do one of these. No, you
Mm.
wouldn't. You wouldn't, because you gotta have your energy icons.
Yeah. Once, let me check something really quickly.
And oh, I can actually, you know, you've got it in this beautiful rule book.
A little layout there.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. Yeah, that's normal. We're doing it right. But they definitely did not tell me if it matters which like if the location text applies to both.
Gotcha. So the tactics, by the way, is the ability, like from Star Wars. So you need 4 or more to be able to draw Destiny.
You got it?
And let me look at defense. I assume defense is what you can soak.
Your attrition value?
Mhm.
It has to be. Can't we just assume that? Can't we just assume that?
Reduce your captures by defense. Yeah, it's exactly what it is. See? We can just feel our way right through this one. So I've got 3 that I can play things with, but again, that threshold is a bummer.
And so like, yeah, so like I've got this card, like this squadron lead. Oh my gosh. It's a ship. It's got this one icon, right?
Yep.
And that's nowhere currently. Like I can't play it.
That's right.
How are we supposed to get icons?
Well, you gotta get locations, my friend. Like I will play this location, the Ceres Belt Hideaway.
Whoa.
Unlimited, you may have any number of copies of this card in your deck. They probably changed the card limit. In Star Wars CCG, it was unlimited. Each card a player reveals for their battle destiny during a battle here is Destiny -2.
Okay.
2 resources for me, 1 resource for you. And then I'm not going to deploy any, cards, as it were. But I am going to draw. So let me follow the steps real quick. Battle, nothing out to battle with. Move, nothing out to move. Draw phase. You can draw from your active force pile, energy pile. I'm not ever going to get over that. All right. And then I'll pass the turn over to you.
Have you been finding things that will give you threshold? Don't want to be missing something crucial, you know?
Yeah. Let me see.
Download, cool. Location site.
I'm just going to grab cards that do it. There's a fair number here.
That just have them on them. And then you have to put things, because the 2 threshold things seem really difficult to play.
So I have 7 total cards in my deck that provide that icon for me.
Okay. Okay. And you have to just have them anywhere on the board to be able to play that stuff?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. You know, learning games is kind of what we've been doing more than anything else this past year.
Lots of learning.
Isn't that crazy? Like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Not really what we set out to do, but here we are.
To play every card game ever created.
Yeah. Without you use 3 supporter from 2 different, they each have 1. Okay. 1, and you have only, you may still, okay. I see, yeah. All right, well, I gotta find a way to get these icons, man. I've got all of these things I want to play.
Well, you activate force or energy first.
All right, let's activate. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. 1,
Oh, do you still
2,
get 1 for yourself?
3, 4, and 1 for me.
Let me just look.
I'm doing it right now. Or maybe they were just less stingy.
Then add 1 to your total. I'm going to draw an extra card.
Yeah, do it. All right, so I've got
Don't
4
mind
on the
if I
board.
do.
1 for me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you can always have 1. And now we can play cards.
Someone earlier, by the way, said it's because they asked if the stars were playable. And they were like, yeah, the ginger one was the best. And then he said, I meant Gongan. Made me laugh pretty good. Also, Chaos Theory, your comment in our Discord channel in the
It's
general
so
chat
funny.
murdered me.
It's so funny. Unbelievable how funny that was. Oh man, this game is it's more of a game. You know what I mean?
Tell me more. On this week's podcast.
It's just, you can see how you actually are like having to put together more of like a synergistic situation for yourself.
And not just bizarre Star Wars things.
Yeah, not just random aliens and
Or vaporators. Or whatever.
vaporators showing up.
Anything that was shown on screen that you could take a picture of and put into a card game.
That's right.
Did we just see some legs go by that shot? That's a character.
Energy icon, unit, or ship. Okay. Site and target gains this card's energy that are on your side. Hold on just a second. I'm looking at Ganymede Frontier Camp. Target where you have an energy icon, unit, or ship. This is an energy icon, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. This card is no longer a location or target. Gains this card's energy and support icons. Oh, you just put it on there. Okay, you attach it. Okay. Let's play Ganymede Vantage Point. Now it says location site. Yours says location site underground. Does that matter? Is it like the where you had the ports in the underground and the we go into the underground?
Um.
And then before we even get further, I'm gonna attach a Ganymede Frontier Camp to it.
All right. Play a location. Locations have no energy cost or support cost to be paid. They mix together.
And then, what's it say? I'm going to keep going. Then I'm going to play an independent transport.
Each site must be played adjacent to a related site of another such site. So they're related because they both have the Ganymede before the slash.
Maybe that doesn't matter.
You can play a new site on either end of the group or insert it in between any two of the sites.
So basically, I could have put it here or here.
Yeah. All right.
I'm paying 3 for an independent transport.
Cam asking, when will the Star Wars CCG be back? It's on the calendar. We still have a handful of throwbacks we're going to get in before we return back. We'll probably do those Star Wars CCG, that series, in blocks of like 3 streams in a row. Just very thematic in the Star Wars line of thinking, trilogies and such.
And now we'll go to the next phase, which is the battle phase. There's no battles to be had, no movement to be had. And then the draw phase, I'm going to start drawing. 1.
Wait, what's this thing?
2. It's an encampment. So it attaches, and when it attaches to a thing, it's like I've got an encampment there. It gains the energy icons, and it gains my little threshold symbol. So it's like an attachment for a location. So it's worth 3 for me, 2 for you.
And you get that symbol.
Yeah.
Which is really what you were after.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm with you. All right, mine.
Yeah.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 activated. And you got that ship over there challenging me.
Well, I got to put something on the board. I can't just wait around forever.
That day I put a stormtrooper on Tatooine, and then he got blown out of the universe.
That may well happen here.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what.
Oh, I found one. Now, can you put ships still only in the space, as you might expect?
Ships go in space, yeah.
Target location. This is a location. Ah! I understand. I feel like I'm in space. This feels like, what was that Amazon Prime show?
Expanse?
Yes, The Expanse.
I haven't seen it, but I've heard of it.
Cool. I guess we'll stop talking about it then. These go under, yeah, every time at the end. You're used. Yes, they do.
Mm-hmm.
I know the game. I love these card backs. Hey, this is cool. Oh, Bob says only Steven gets the energy from the encampment. How can that be true?
Yeah, because it has an energy on my
Target gains this card's energy and support icons that are on your side.
That's how it could be true.
Woo! Why would it put another one on the other side then? Oh, because you can play it normally too. You have the option to attach it around. Okay. So I feel like I'm the setup camp faction. You ever feel that way about me?
Yeah. All the time.
That's right, Powers. If you like the Amazon show The Expanse, you'll enjoy this CCG that predates The Expanse by 11 years and is likely not readily available.
Hey, what's this? Let's pull up the Taihu, Taihu. Is that you'd say that? Taihu?
Yeah, sure.
Taiha? Taihu?
I mean, it's a world that their pronunciation rules might be entirely
Something else.
different from us.
So this is a weapon that I put on a fighter. I get the plus defense thing, but it's got this ability. You can pay 3 energy, choose a target ship your opponent has in a sector at a battle here. Damage target if it's defense. Is damage equal? Does that mean hit it like in Star Wars CCG? But then it says if its defense is less than a D inside of a circle plus the number of Gungan ships you have here. Is that my defense? The D in the circle? You know what I mean?
Consult the compendium. I'm on it. Don't worry.
Ryan Roper says the guys are in rare form today. Is today much different than normal? You know what I think helps?
What's that?
I think it helps that we know the game sorta. So we're not going from 0 and having to really work to learn how this functions.
That's correct.
But also we don't quite 100% understand how it works. So our brains are only half engaged with the game. And then the other half can just have a good time.
You should know, speaking of the half that has a good time, it is the destiny symbol. This, D, right?
Okay.
Is that what you're looking at?
That's it, yeah.
Yeah, D, destiny.
So
this
destiny
number.
draw, that makes sense. Plus the number of Gungan ships I have there. All
I'm
right.
glad that they didn't change fundamentally what they were doing as a card game producer, which was archaic, ultimately.
But they stayed in their lane, man.
They weren't scared, man. You want to do an equation? Hey, kid, you want to do an equation?
This is all Gungans. Okay. It's like the Gungans, but better.
Yeah, it's just a swapping in. You got to fill the U in on top. And it's a Gungan.
All right. So, oh, you know what? That last energy you stole from me.
I didn't steal it.
It's a
You
problem.
mean the rules? If it wasn't for these accursed rules, I'd be doing very well right now.
That's right. All right, let's do this. Now, you know what?
I'm on the edge of my seat here. You're about to get drained, bro. Step right up to the drain train.
That's fine. I'm gonna start drawing. I gotta get another icon on this table. Or
I found one for me. I'm gonna start dogpiling.
it's not gonna go well. That's a crazy card.
Oh yeah? Are we gonna have to zoom out for this one? We're gonna have to zoom out for this one.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. So on my turn, I'm going to activate cards. I'm going to count my icons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, plus 1 for me. 8. Zach's probably getting nervous because he knows that he's getting steamrolled right now. Game's already over. Now I'm going to go to the drain phase. Control phase, drain energy at every location I control. So you notice I've got a unit here. I've got presence here is what we call it back in the day. And Zach doesn't, which means I get to drain him for the resources on his side of this card. So that's 2 energy. So you will have to discard, please, 2 cards from the top of your deck or from your hand.
I definitely am in the T-Zag school of thought here. He says rules are just suggestions, kind of like speed limits and stop signs.
Yeah.
Oh, so good.
Yeah.
Ryan Roper says you can tell how much Zach values these cards by the utter and complete lack of sleeving. Are they worth something?
Surely. I mean, everything's worth something, isn't it? Hey, would you lose 2 cards already? I'm controlling you.
I'm getting there. You got to enjoy the experience. I've learned that when you lose a lot on stream, you just have to lean into enjoying the experience of it.
Yeah, I know a lot about that.
All right, I lost 2. 1 from hand, 1 from
What
W.
if that had been like the location with the icon on it that you needed?
Well, I counted. I have 7 of those, so I should eventually see one.
All right, then I'm going to deploy phase. Deploy cards from in. Okay, check this out. I'm putting up a Ganymede harvesting camp up on this planet.
Get out of here.
So it says stack it beneath target location. This is a location, says it right there. Where you have an energy icon, unit, or ship. This card is no longer a location or site, and target gains this card's energy and support icons. So I now have one of these little thresholds.
Is that your faction symbol?
Yeah.
Not that one?
No, this seems to be a mercenary neutral kind of thing. So now get ready to see some ships.
Brandon says, what are you harvesting? People? Well, you never know. We don't know who's the hero or the villain here yet.
Okay, here comes a Sudiva Coral. Now, I can play these anywhere, right? As long as I have this one threshold anywhere on my side, I can play stuff wherever it wants to go.
I mean, if it's a ship, it goes into space. Basically.
Of course, of course. But this is also space, is it not? It's a sector.
Yeah.
So the coral there, as long as it's at a sector that has Sayal in its title, does not have that. It has power +2, but that's not true here. And then I'm going to pay 3. I guess I got to pay for all of this. 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3.
You just wait, buddy.
The Tilak Coral, Tilak. Always keep one eye on your 6. Those blue blobs have a way of sneaking up on you, says the Hellcat Flyer. It says, as long as this ship is at a sector where you have no support icons of this, so this sector does not have any of these, it's +2 power.
Wow.
So it's now a 5 power ship.
All right.
And then we're going to start drawing. Beautiful. Okay. Over to you.
All right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 for me. 7. All right.
Dog pile?
I'm going to deploy Mercury, untapped planet.
Where would you like it?
Just put it right
there
here.
on the end.
It says, as long as a player has exactly 2 ships here, that player's total power is +4.
Wait, that player?
Yep.
That could be me. I could be that player. I've got all these ships.
I could be that player. All right. Dude, this is going to get uncorked. I'm going to pay 4 for a resource technician.
Oh, no. Is that like a senior research? Remember that guy in Spoiler? Senior
research assistant?
Man, busted.
So when I have a unit here, I get +1 of those icons.
So you got 2 threshold.
Which now means we're in Threshold City.
I like those good card games that really you just had to draw into things before you could actually play your cards.
Yeah.
Cool.
Can't do that yet. So we will get there.
And did they get rid of the sector movement rules, seemingly? Like, can a ship move from here to here?
Yeah, it doesn't really have a speed, right?
Yeah, it doesn't seem
So
like
I think movement is just literally location to location.
Okay. Anyone play Escape Velocity? I just always check. Ambrosia, early Mac game. One of like 2 that we had for 5 years. Greatest game ever made.
I gotta be careful.
No speed, says Mehmet. Yeah, so we can roll. I better look up the movement rules here.
Ooh, what? You ready for this? This is amazing.
Hold on, I just stumbled upon the fact that the rulebook says the following. There are 5 different ways a card can be moved with a movement action. Already, Decipher at its best.
So like in Star Wars, you can move from like the ground to a ship at the same site.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff. Which one is more painful for you? All right. I'm going to play you ready for this? The Zocho fighter.
Oh, here we go.
It says, Zocho's tactical matrix allows the fighter assigned to it to perform an elaborate and deadly dance.
Cool.
As long as I have at least 2 other Gungan fighters here, this ship is +1 power.
Very nice.
Another Zocho.
Oh, no, you're swarming me.
Here comes the Zocho.
Oh, my gosh.
And then you want to see something awesome?
You're going to battle me?
I'm going to interrupt. Rising morale. We're rising from the ashes, my friends.
On here?
As initial cost to play this interrupt, you must have at least 2 fighters at the same sector.
Yeah,
I have 3 fighters here.
satisfied.
Activate 4 energy.
What?
Then this gets lost.
What?
How about them apples?
Hey kid, you like them? You like them apples?
We're not done yet. We're not done yet. Okay.
Well, you
okay.
got 6 tactics over there.
You know what? I got more than that coming.
I'm about to get dogpiled.
You are. It's about to be a dunk city.
Ouch.
And is damage? I guess it doesn't matter. You're gonna lose that thing no matter what.
Hey, you don't know that.
Dude, it's going to Funky Town here. Let's. I want to be able to shoot you.
Don't you have to have energy to do that?
I have 4 energy
Okay.
now.
Interesting.
That's what I'm wondering about, what I should pay for and what I should do. Let's play a Shikami TSV for 2. And then we'll go to the battle phase. And I'll start a battle here on Ganymede.
You've done it. I don't have any interrupts or fancy business here to do.
All right. So I'm at 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 power.
Yeah, and I'm at 3.
And I'm at a bunch of tactics, so I get to draw Destiny.
So draw on.
4? Holy macaroni. I'm at 16 total.
I'll take 13.
Well, 13, but you have to.
I got a soak
there's
here.
4
So
attrition.
this satisfies 6.
Yeah. So
right?
To run people through that don't know what's going on, each ship has power. My total is 12, and then because I had 4 or more tactics in this fight, I get to draw the top card of my deck, and the Destiny value on Grid Tactician is 4. That adds to my total, so now I'm at 16. 16 power to Steven's 3. He loses by 13. He's got to pay for that. There's a thing called attrition. So this 4 that I flipped on Destiny, he has to lose that much defense from the battle. But that defense can be spent against his 13 that he has to pay. And it's got a 6 defense.
In this case, it's actually great defense. Crazy. So 13 minus 6, that's going to be 7 that I still have to satisfy. So I can go from hand. I'm going to go, and it's just 1 card, 1 thing. So I've got 7 more to lose. Ugh. Well,
let me just read attrition to make sure this is correct before you get too far down this.
2 cards from his or her hand. Okay, I get this. Well, the ones you don't know. You
No,
want
it seems right.
You want about. Okay. Hey, I'll play ball. What's your hand look like? Like a million cards?
That's what I spent the first several.
That's your hand.
Yeah.
Okay.
that right there.
We're just going 7 off the top. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Eggs. Okay.
Don't forget my force drain, or my energy drain here is +1 for every side I control.
Which is currently 1.
Yep.
But that won't last for long. All right, over to me.
Yep.
Okay, we go to the activate phase. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
I like those encampments, dude.
Plus
That's a
1
cool
for 11.
mechanic.
1,
That's a cool
2,
thing
3,
to do.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We're in the end game now. Okay.
I just watched that movie not that long ago.
I don't even remember what movie it's from.
You don't remember it, eh?
I really don't.
You actually saw that one, I think.
Really?
Endgame.
Oh, is it called Endgame?
Yeah.
Oh, that fits.
The snap happens in that movie. Doctor Strange is all like, "We're in the endgame now."
Spoiler alert.
Snap. I mean, what? It doesn't say anything. Also, if you haven't seen the snap by now, it's not my problem.
Yeah, that's very true.
It's not like I'm talking about WandaVision. Did you see last week? Oh my god.
Control phase 2. Rip them from you.
Rip.
Get two 4-string.
Let's just go top of deck. What could go wrong?
Yeah, but you didn't need those. Boy, not having tactics is just one of the worst. This is my encampment. I can't
That's
lose
right.
it.
Right. The movie was actually Infinity War. Endgame was the movie after.
Sector, we have no ship with power, so it's a 5 power. We got 7 power over here. Well, Now, if we fight at a location where neither of us have tactics, it's simply, and then you can either sacrifice the thing or not.
Yep, because there's no attrition.
Okay.
Unless I have something fancy.
All right, here, let's try get you some of this.
I'll tell you what, though. This Rising Morale is a card that I hope there's 4 of in this deck. That gain 4 energy.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Hot diggity dang.
Man, you're just all over Ganymede here.
Yep. I'm the captain now.
All right, we're putting a Kaizen Sentinel.
Have you seen that movie?
I don't know what that's from either, no.
Do you know what that's called, Bryce? Captain Phillips. It's got Tom Hanks in it. These pirates come and capture a ship. It's great.
Haven't seen it. I know you're very surprised.
Yeah, he's all just like, I'm the captain now. And like very intense about it, and he does this thing. It's intense, man.
Kaizen Sentinel is in play. It's a travelers among the Twi'lek family are often tasked with guarding the most sacred Shi locations. So we're guarding this one, the underground bunker. Pretty sacred.
Of course.
We're going to put in a sailing Vitarma on here. Sael Shi duels are expected to be bloody. They wouldn't be entertaining otherwise. It's a weapon, melee, and ranged.
Cool.
Put a card from your hand on top of your used pile. Equals. Your opponent chooses one of his or her units in a sight battle here and damages it. Unless he or she puts 2 cards from his or her hand on top of his or her used pile in any order. Really, yeah.
We'll resolve that when it's time.
Yeah.
Also, 6 Destiny on that card.
Yeah, I really didn't want it in my hand, but there it was. And then I'm feeling crazy. I'm going to pay 1, 2, 3, 4 to play a squadron lead over here. And
That's not crazy.
Here's why I'm doing it. As long as you have no other ships here, for each of your opponent's ships, this gains +1 power, +1 defense.
So if I swarm up on you, it's a great unit for it.
Now I wanted to drop it over here, but it's just not a winning situation. So I'm just going to make it annoying for you to come deal with this and hopefully drain you for 2. Okay, then we've got the battle phase is next, yeah? So I am going to do this. I'm going to battle you. I don't know what could go wrong. Let's battle.
I mean, not that much. So there's usually a weapon segment here. You want to use your thing.
Yeah. Put a card from your hand on the top of your used pile.
A sailing.
A sailing Vitarma.
Okay. And then what are my options here?
And then you can either damage this thing, so you got to lose that, or you put 2 cards from the top of your hand to use pile, in whatever order.
That's really good.
Lose 2 cards. Yeah. I'm the captain now. Yeah, that's right, Christian. You're spot on.
All right, let's put those on top of my use pile.
Okay.
Got it.
And then we have a battle. Do you have any like interrupts or anything weird?
No, I'm good.
Is it just 2 to 2?
2 to 2. Nothing happens.
So nobody won.
Nobody wins or loses.
But you lost 2 cards.
Yep.
That's fine. Okay. I'm just setting myself up to get wrecked here.
I think that's a great thing.
Now...
You are definitely doing that.
But now we go to the move phase, and I feel like I could just move this guy over.
Absolutely. That's exactly what you should do. He's a real boy now.
It's got those Conquest vibes a little bit, you know?
Yeah.
Okay, and then we'll draw these cards. Oh, this is important. You just got to draw into your good cards. Oh my god.
That's one way to win a card game.
All right, we're going to have to zoom out. I've got a lot of big sites coming up.
We need more table.
This is a zoom out game. It's a zoom out game. Look at that. Oh, how cool is that?
Let's just go.
Seriously.
Yeah, we got the space mat too.
Very appropriate. Come with me. Man, it's kind of a weird orientation in it. How does this even work? What is happening here?
Well, it's because you were upside down from that camera and that
there
camera.
you are. There's your arms there. We'll call that. Is that even right? Can you move your arms here? We got to see the. There we go.
Oh, you need the triangles.
I gotta see the triangles.
Hilarious.
Okay. There we go.
Yeah, it's great.
It's fine.
Be crisp. Arms for scale.
These are not just any arms.
Yeah, next to these cards, my arms should look gigantic. All right.
Okay.
So let's center this thing back.
It's an epic game. I actually love how giant their games get. It just feels epic.
It does. It's galactic proportions. All right, did you do your thing? You got anything else going? You draw?
No, I moved. I drew my cards. It's over to you. I'll throw these down to the bottom.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. I need another icon. I'll drain you for 3. What up, Van? Welcome to the party.
Oh my gosh. Just random. 3? Ouch. Not that one. Ugh. Lord Xmugen, is Wars supposed to be easier to understand than Star Wars CCG? Yeah, I'd say so. I think it is. Although, if you didn't know Star Wars CCG beforehand, this would still be very confusing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's do this. I'm going to pay 3 for the Ikozuki leader. IKAZUCHI. For those at home trying to make that card show up on the screen. When this character enters play, reveal the top card of your reserve. If it's a Gungan unit, you may play it here. It costs 3 less energy to play.
It doesn't. It won't.
It is, and it costs 2, so it's 0.
What is it?
If it's a Gungan unit.
How do you know it's a Gungan unit?
This red
it doesn't say
template.
Gungan on it. This is Ikazuchi. Is Gungan your faction?
Yeah,
All right, it's fine.
That's what it says here on the back of the
fine,
box.
it's fine. You get 1 tactics more? This is bogus. How am I supposed to win?
Oh my
You have all
goodness.
the best dudes.
What up, Stephen T. saying, ATC, I haven't been able to watch recently due to work. However, I have been able to buy 2 Cosmic boards, 2 Hero Cosmic token sets, Goblin and Wrecking Crew tokens. I hope you all are keeping well. Hey, appreciate that. Support from people like you is how we can do everything we do. So I hope you're doing well. All right, so my plan is to keep playing better cards than you.
That's a good plan. Good plan. Get that 4 destiny or 4 tactics. Where's all my tactics? I got 1 I'm not a thinking faction.
Let's play the Lore Master.
Oh my gosh.
What else do we got? I'm going to put a Taihu attachment on this Zocho fighter. +2 defense, and it has its weapon, so I can pay 3 to shoot something if I'm in battle. And then, you know, how bad do I want to just flex? Let's just do
Flex.
it. Shikami follower for 2.
So, okay. You got all these people.
Then I'm going to fight you.
Okay, I'm going to use this weapon. Card from my hand on the top of my use pile.
Chris saying, I love these throwbacks. Off topic a bit. When's the next time you're going to play Skytear on the stream? I bought that one because of you guys. So not next week, but I think it's on the calendar for the week after that. We're wanting to try out those new, the huge rules update. Everything I've seen about it looks amazing. Did you read those? The
Yes,
Skytear updates?
I did.
The thing that made me most happy, weirdly, is the Frenzy and Disarm tokens. You see how those changed?
Yeah. +2 and -2.
Which is exactly like the fast and slow. Like the fact that those are all the same, but messing with the 4 core stats makes me so pleased.
It's completely right. Yeah. I'm going to put 1 from the top of my use pile. You can put 2 on the top of your use pile, or You choose one of your units to damage. Basically, it has to go.
I'm gonna have to choose from hand.
Yeah, 2 from your hand. I think I'm playing a card advantage faction.
I mean, I went from a giganto hand to.
Well, they're on the freaking table. Yeah. So maybe that has something to do
All
with it.
right, we're fighting. You got anything besides that weapon? I put the stuff in my use pile.
Do I have anything? No, I don't have anything.
All right, I'm at 2, 3, 4, 5 with plenty of tactics. Am I good to flip?
You're good to flip. Only 5 power over there? Weak.
+0, and there goes one of my icons, which is what I want.
All right, so 5 to 2, so I lose by 3.
And no attrition.
Well.
I needed at least a 1 there.
What is up? Okay. Okay. Well, we might just have to do something. Huh?
Bob says 2 because his sight adds another.
This sight? Insight, foresight, more sight.
Yeah, I don't see anything that does that.
Clock on the wall reads a midnight. Okay. Let's see if there's anything else weird here. Let me just make sure I'm not losing anything. Did you drain me earlier? Yeah, you did.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to lose 3. Okay. Let's do 1. Is that right? No, I have to discard it. Don't
It
I?
goes to the lost pile.
Ugh. It's always once you have them, you don't want to discard them. You know.
Bird in the hand is worth
1,
something
2,
in the trees.
3. That's right. 1 bird in the hand is worth the trees. Okay. Battle complete. Move phase.
Battle. I mean, I could battle in other places if I had a magic trick. I will not move, but I will draw.
Okay.
Got to refill the coffers here. I need 1 more icon to play my best character.
All right, we've got energy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1 for me is 11.
Ben says, I was so angry at Decipher for losing the Star Wars license, which totally wasn't their fault, but they had a hand in it, that I refused to buy this game. I mean, I've been in that position where you just get burnt, or you just, after something you love, a game you love goes away, sometimes you just need a break. He says, I did end up getting to Lord of the Rings, though, which is also by Decipher. They got you.
Okay, so I need 1 more threshold, so I'm going to put it over here. Say all. Light side.
SEYAL.
We'll just keep these planets kind of close.
Wait, you gonna drain me?
I'm going to drain you, yes. Absolutely. 2, 4. Got you on the outside.
Top of the deck. Just all my icons going away. Cool.
All right, we're going to put Say All into play. SEYAL. Now I have an additional icon. So I can pay 5 for Irama Vishal.
This thing looks creepster.
5 cost.
Mm-hmm.
As long as this character's at a location where you have no support icons, which is not true, it's immune to attrition, but it is currently attritionable. But Kaizen gets +2 with another Kaizen there. So 4 power here, and then 3 power. So 7 power, 5 tactics, etc. Now I think we put it all on the line with Destiny. What's your power?
5? You're ahead of me.
Yeah. I don't want to pay 1 to start a battle.
Yep. You don't have to pay to use that weapon?
I don't think so. Doesn't say. It just says put a card from your hand. I got to put a card from my hand.
Yeah, that's your payment. Pay him.
So usually it means I lose a card, you lose a card. All right, this one's going top of the use pile. Would you like to lose 2 cards, or would you like to damage someone?
I am going to damage this guy.
Okay.
Because I have a feeling I'm going to need to lose him anyway.
Destiny Foot?
Let's do it.
5
Get out of here. 1.
on a foil Renarti Anant. Looks amazing. I can't believe we got blue and red. What are the chances?
Just random.
He has piloting 3. This guy's awesome. I wish.
He looks cool.
Is he going to the top of the used pile after you flip him?
After you flip Destiny. So I have a 1. I'm at 6 total.
So I got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
So I lose by 6.
And 5 attrition.
And you have 1 attrition coming at you.
Ah, really?
Yep.
All right, Destiny.
So I lose by 6. I'm gonna definitely lose this guy for 2. And then I'll probably just do the rest off the top of my deck. So 4 off.
You got to hit 5 attrition, don't you?
Oh, that's right. So I'll lose this guy.
There's 5 even.
5. And then I'll lose 1 force. But then Lore Master says when this character is lost. Cool.
Okay. All right. And then I've got to lose 1. That's a bummer. I guess I got to lose this Sentinel.
That's why if I had hit at least a 1 last time, it would have been great.
Yeah, true.
That's what I was saying. As long as I hit
Very
1, you
true.
have to lose the guy that's on the table.
Very true. Okay. Now I'm going to do some nonsense. It's an interrupt, but I don't know what it's interrupting. Used. So I'm going to pay 1 for a Traginium Heist. I have the icon, 1 icon there. You play this only if you've won a battle this turn.
Okay, yeah.
Your opponent reveals 2 cards from his or her hand, puts them on top of their reserve pile in any order. They're robbing ya.
You are robbing me, scoundrel. All right, boom.
Okay. And then that resolves. And then we go to the move phase. Are you ever gonna move your fleet, you think? Your whole fleet's gonna move over and try to mess with me?
I mean, I'm currently
I'm gonna be playing the run game.
draining for 3 here. And just dominating this planet is kind of a good goal. But you're draining me from downtown for these, you know?
I'm doing 4. I'm gonna click 1 here and move this guy over here.
Whoosh. Okay.
Divide and conquer. Then I'm gonna start drawing.
Yeah.
And I'm drawing all of them. We got the choke deck in effect. We're both on like no cards.
Yes, we did it. Mine?
Hold on, I need to move this guy.
6.
Oh no, I missed it. It's fine.
You can change your mind.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that because this goes. I don't draw this, so this
it does not.
moves.
Yeah.
I want him where he's immune to attrition over here.
That's great. Smart.
Yeah.
Very smart.
And then I get these 2.
I will say, having played so much Star Wars CCG lately, I feel like makes this game feel a lot easier than it would have otherwise felt.
Oh yeah. But it does have the epicness of the Star Wars CCG. I mean, you feel like these big battles happen and it's not irrecoverable, but it's like, oh my gosh, they showed up and wrecked me, and now they're just hanging out on Ganymede.
That's right. Obviously, the Star
I'm over
Wars
here mining.
The Star Wars universe, especially the original trilogy stuff, every card you draw is like something you have context for it. It's like if you really got into this universe, I think it would be awesome.
Yeah.
But like obviously, if it's Star Wars and it's like, oh, that's Hoth. That's where the Battle of Hoth happened. And it's like it's just a different level. You can see why it worked.
I didn't place it as like a conquest feeling game, but it really does, and it would fit Warhammer like that 40K really well. It would also fit.
It's like positional in the same way.
Yeah.
And like where you're fighting and when you're fighting and when you choose to take those bets is actually the game.
And it kind of has a BattleTech thing going on. I'm sure there was a BattleTech in space at some point, right? Somebody probably did that. Did they not?
This is BattleTech with different locations you're at. It's fine too.
That's true, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna drain you for 3 here.
Oh, this goes to used, not lost. Thank you, Powers. It says used, which is nice. That's better.
Drain you for 3 here.
Done. That's 2 + 1 for controlling this one.
Yep.
I'm gonna drop this one. No, wait. I might need that icon. No. 1, 2, 3. Ah! Something foil.
My foils.
My foils.
All
My
right.
shiny cards.
Mine.
Yeah.
Um.
So you activated and you drained.
Yeah. My one card for deploy. I think I'm just gonna start drawing. I'm gonna start drawing.
Okay, going on. You're not going to move or anything. You staying put.
All right, go ahead.
Okay.
Basically, we're in the mid game, so I'm
We're in the
loading my
mid-game,
hand
yeah.
up so I
We're gonna
can
have to do the
push.
same. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1 for me. 13.
ZS saying, "Hey fellas, have either of you played Talisman before? I just recently got into it and I can't stop buying expansions." I haven't, but an old friend of mine, Joey, loves that game and loved that series.
Team
And
Bus Joey?
Yeah, he talked about it a lot. He was obsessed with it for a while.
Hey, Zach. You ready to get drained?
Come and get it, man.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's happening.
So one of the cards you had me put on top of my deck in the choice of my choosing, in the order of my choosing, was I think my like main character, like my if it would be Vader or whatever.
I think that's the one I flipped on that.
Yeah,
one
but
thing, too.
I don't have a third icon. But I knew that if it was on the bottom of my, because it was on the top of my deck, so then it's on the bottom of my energy pile. So I was basically drawing, and if I hit one of those icons, I was going to draw to the bottom just to get that card into play.
Oh, nice.
So now I'm
smart.
just, I want every card in my hand, and I'm just letting you have all these.
All right, I'll take them. I'm gonna go ahead and deploy here. It's +2 power when it's at Sayal. It's a Sudeva Coral, so it is currently a 5 power ship on Sayal there. Sayal. I would sure love to have one more tactics there. Boy, would I
Here?
love it. Yeah.
Yeah. You don't have anything to play?
Nope. Yeah, I spent all my cards taking away your cards.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we are in the end game now. I'm drawing all
Yeah,
of
you
these.
just gotta
Well,
have a
I
hand.
guess you can technically keep energy, can't you?
Yep.
And can you play things direct, like pilots directly onto ships, or do you have to do the planet dance?
I think you can play them direct
Okay.
on ships.
Oh, no. I feel like I'm seeing all my early game cards later.
That does happen.
This is way more cleaned up, man.
Yeah.
Just reading the text. All right, well, we're here. Let's just draw them all.
All right. Mine?
Yeah.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 energy.
I could battle here to make you lose 1. Trading 1 energy for 1 battle. Is that worth it?
I'm down to like 20 cards, by the way.
I'm not in a great spot.
Yeah. All right.
Let
you
you
ready,
off the hook
ready
there.
for the party?
Yeah.
Let's drain you for 3. Start there.
Okay. I'm gonna get rid of a lot of these camps that I don't need anymore. 1.
What do they call it? A something of riches.
Embarrassment of riches. Yeah. I mean,
In my head, I can want to say a party of riches. And I was like, that is just the total wrong word.
2 and then 1 from the top there.
All right. Mine?
Yeah. It's so scary going into with all that money and cards.
Putting the camp in play.
Oh, so we're both
This is
camping
the
there.
Ganymede Pilgrims camp.
Do you think they replace each other, or can we both be camped out there?
Stack this card beneath target location where you have an energy icon, unit or ship. This card is no longer a location or site. And, I think they can both go there.
It says you may stack only 1 encampment here. Is that you may stack only 1?
I mean, it depends on the definition of you. as defined by the latest episode of
Marvel Champions.
Heroes
episode 382.
Wanted podcast number 82.5. The re-edited version.
Yeah.
Just clarity.
I think you is you only. You may only have one in
I mean, if not, I can put it over here, but I'll
just put it.
I want it there.
That. Yeah, I like that.
Okay.
It's all about tactics, isn't it?
All right, let's pay 3 for the Ikazuki leader. When it enters play, reveal the top card of my reserve. If it's a Gongan unit, I'm gonna play it here.
Quit.
Cost -3. It is a Gongan unit, but I can't play a spaceship there, so it's gonna stay there.
A spaceship isn't a unit. Oh, I guess it is.
It says unit right there.
Well, that settles it.
I'm gonna play Kujiko Torako. Kujiko. This is the character I was talking about. I need that third icon forever. When it enters play, I can play a unit that costs 2 energy or less. That unit costs no energy to enter play. We're going to play Shikami Follower. Don't worry about that.
You're
text.
a swarmer.
Yep. Kijuko has an ability, by the way. I can lose 2 energy, and she's immune to attrition until the end of turn.
Lose 2 energy, immune to attrition until end of turn.
Doesn't really matter.
Okay.
Because I have other cats there, but... All right.
How about we do this, man? We got plenty of space. I'm gonna move these planets down here, and then we can just have Ganymede its own little
world.
Yeah. Let me know if you want to come out to these planets.
I don't. Oh, I also drain you for 2 here. I forgot about that.
Okay, done. Happening. Oh, I love that guy. Oh man, he's so good. They thresholded
that card. I can play because it's a unit. It's a vehicle, not a
not a spaceship.
So I have to pay 1 for it.
Only 1 for a 4-coster?
Each time a site battle begins here, your opponent pays 3 energy.
I don't have any energy to pay.
If you had it to pay, you'd have to pay it.
Huh.
We're playing it. Does it add its power to my situation?
I like that. It kind of looks like some weird space. Kind of cool. Come and get it. Epic game. Look at this.
Yes, it does. All right, let's do it. I'm going to fight you.
Okay, what happens now?
I'm at 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
To 3.
And I have Destiny.
I don't.
But you're immune to attrition.
That's right.
There's at least that. +1. So I'm at 12 with 1 attrition that you're immune to. So just 12 damage. 12 minus your 3 power. So 9 coming at you.
I think I'm going to dog this guy for 7.
Yep.
That seems relevant. And then... 8, 9. 9? 9. 9 here.
Okay. Then I'm going to get to the move phase. So we're going to move my resource technician here. So when it's at a location that doesn't have support icons.
Discount?
Yeah. So it doesn't matter. I'm not doing that. I've tricked myself. I still want to move something. Just to balance the scales a little.
Pulls the strings.
Pay 1. Let's move this follower over. And then I will pass to you, saving 3 energy.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 for me.
Thanks for that catch. I should have put my Destiny card in my use pile, not my lost pile.
The decks are getting thin.
Yep,
Oop, that's energy.
we're in the end game now.
Okay. So. Okay, let's just take a look, just out of curiosity. Take a look at what's going on here. Is that you? One character on the side that has no support icons. That's not true. Okay. This character enters play. Doesn't matter. Lose 2 energy. Immune to attrition. That could matter. Enters play. Doesn't matter. Big ol' mech.
You have to pay 3 at the start of every fight here. If you have 3 to pay.
What if it's my last energy?
I don't think you're fine.
You don't think it's okay? Think it's okay? And then you've got 2, 4.
Did you drain me yet?
Not yet. 5. Oh yeah, I need to think about that.
Looks like
2, 3, 4, 5. I'm controlling the outer reaches.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh.
It's foil. Is it called Zach?
It's almost. It's just Zocho
Zocho.
foil. It looks a lot like Zach though from here.
It does.
Oh my gosh. From the south, tsunami and flood came to heap destruction on our shores. Zocho will stand to hold back the tides. I guess +1 power for each of my ships at the location. So it's a 4. If it was here, it would be an 8. See you, Ryan Kane.
Now, this is a great question. I've got 12 here.
Brandon Light. This Wars War is getting pretty crazy.
6, 7. You got a lot of tactics. It's crazy.
Very tactical deck.
Oof.
Red and Netty says, Wars was such a bad name. I remember not getting this game. It's like they lost a Star Wars license and so they had to drop the star.
Ugh. I'm so
Oh,
close.
that's totally true. This thing right here is a vehicle, not a ship.
Oh, yeah.
So it's got to be anywhere else. Well, that's fun.
We'll allow it.
It would have made me win more here, but win less when I was up here, so it's fine.
It's, therefore,
The math is actually totally the same because I've won 1 fight in each location.
Man, there's things I want to do this again. Like there's things that I want to set up.
What have I done?
Okay. Boy, what a weird game this is. I like it. It's so strange. Tactics is my problem, man. All these things are so stupid. It's all Tactics 1.
You're not a very tactical crew.
How can you live with so little tactics? I don't understand.
Are your mercenaries what bring in the tactics for you? Like that yellow guy over there has 2.
2s, yeah.
Most of mine are 2s that are
2s
decent.
and 3s. And
My main
4s.
character is a 4, but like that was a 4 cost 3 threshold cat.
Maybe it's just what I drew. There's no winning here, is my problem. All right, I'm gonna have to take one to the face here. I think that's just what's gonna happen. Okay. Let's go pay 3 for a Sudiva Coral up here on Sayal. There's gonna be a lot of drain there, isn't there?
Where?
Everywhere.
4, 5, 6, 7 currently. Oh, does this gain the icons? Do I drain an extra because you have this camp there?
It's a good question. Probably. Yeah. And support icons that are on your side. It gains those support icons and the energy. I think so, yeah. So we're double draining.
I got an 8 coming at you.
I know.
Space.
That's so good. Ugh. All right, I'm going to pass all the rest of this.
HDS has the most important question.
Want to become famous?
Yeah. Want to become blocked?
No battles.
Oh, man, they're coming out to party.
Well, this Wars stream, they knew that this was going to be the biggest thing on the internet today.
This is the most I've ever seen it, dude. We're at war.
Whoa. There they go. Does anyone actually click on that stuff? You think?
I don't know. Some amount of people have to.
Maybe.
I'm blocking them all.
I moved. Oh, I need to play this too. Hold on. Let me do that. I'm gonna put that here. I'm gonna encamp on Ganymede Frontier camp up here on the sale because it's well protected. Then I paid one to move this guy here from here to here. So we got a couple there, and then I'm gonna start drawing. I need to put this down here too. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh my. Oh my. Wow. Draw this.
Van says Wars actually stands for Wizards actually revoked our Star Wars license.
Okay, we're done. I'm leaving this power here.
Jeremy Delaport says, I work in IT. Yes, people actually click on that stuff.
Oh wow. Wait. Okay, you can't initiate a battle here. I don't have anything, so you can't steal energy from me. Okay, over to you, Kent.
Yeah, battles are how things go poorly for you here.
Really?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't even want to activate it all. I do. Nothing to fight here. All right, well, I'm going to drain you for...
Say 8, you said?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
And you got +2 for that, controlling those, yeah? So 8 total?
2 plus 2 is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
1.
Aaron H says, where'd Jonathan get the card images?
2.
Lord, I don't know.
3. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Deck's getting awfully thin over there, Wooly.
It's not good. I guess I gotta take some of that back. I can't even play these cards. How much money do I get next turn? 5, 7, 8. 1, 2. And we'll do 1. Ugh. 2. Okay, fine.
Brandon Light, we're in the End Wars Star game now. It would have been funny if they'd come out with the Wars Star CCG.
Did this? Oh, wow. Crazy. I have so few cards left. This is over. Go ahead.
All right, let's pay 3 for the Tammin Fighter. Just to reinforce the line here.
Mm-hmm.
Pay 1 for the Jugoku Fighter. Pay 2 for the Grid Tactician. Pay 4 for the Resource Tactician.
Just a slow takeover of the galaxy here. You see it in real time.
Then I'll pass.
Okay. I'll activate everything. Except 1, I guess. In case I need the Destiny. Well, do I need it? I mean, I gotta do something, right? Just get drained for the life. Then, drain you for 5. Not a great exchange.
It's close, though.
I mean, there's so many things. It's just so many things. There's nothing to be done. Let's move to the next game.
He concedes.
It's done. I shake hands.
All right, great. Yeah, that actually, we played that game in barely an hour, so we'll definitely be able to get another one.
I feel like I know so much more.
Yeah.
Are we going to do the other decks?
I don't know. Do you really want to start over with the deck that you're playing?
Yeah. We should see something else.
Those were yours. This was mine.
This is pointed at you, yeah. Hey, this is good. I would have played this for real.
Well, real, though.
Like, I would have played this for real.
2005. You were in your college years
I wouldn't have bought it.
during
but I
its
played
very
it.
brief. All right, hand me another deck. Give
Do
me
you-
them.
Would you like
kittens.
cats and claws? Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll be
man.
an overlord.
Give me them space kittens. What could go wrong?
Well, if Decipher's out there, if you want to take another crack at this, give your friends at Covenant a call.
Powers says, remember, grab a starting location that has an icon on it. Makes sense.
Did we both fail at that?
I had one.
Uh-huh.
Well, no, I had one that
That's why I lost.
I had one that as long as I had a dude there, I would gain one. So indirectly, I had a solution.
Now, before we begin, let's just take a quick peek at our decks.
You and I are different people.
Just kind of see what I'm doing.
This is what I want to look at real quick. The inside of this rulebook, I noticed in the other rulebooks, it says, win your share of $10,000 cash in the 2005 North American Open Championship. Where? Las Vegas, Nevada, USA. When? March 11th through 13th, 2005, in parentheses, just prior to the Gamma Trade Show. Isn't that crazy, 2005? Sneaking in the efficiency of like, we're already going to this trade show, so let's have this event.
Game's
Wow.
been around for a while, hasn't it?
It has. Killer Kate Grimalkin. Insane. Grimalkin. Pay 4 energy. If this character is at a sector, your opponent can't reveal cards for Battle Destiny during battles at target other sector until the end of turn. What in the world?
Are you got invert stuff?
What?
Are you inverting things?
No.
Am I riding that pony by myself?
What's an inversion?
So like this, it says each time you win a sight battle here, you may invert this vehicle. And then it gets a new stat line of 626, where it was a 315.
But then it flips back if you win again.
It says you may
Oh, so then
flip
you
it
can just
back,
hang
I
out.
suppose. If you need like, well, there's no reason to ever flip it back. Or if it's upside down, does it no longer have the text? Because you can't read upside down, obviously.
I'll tell you this, I ended up with the right deck again.
I feel good about mine as well.
The
Green
reason
and blue.
The reason I know I ended up with the right deck is a lot of my stuff references.
Wait, add a dot.
It triggers when you win a fight.
Oh, you're gonna be fighting
So
on?
I have like female space pirates meets alien.
Okay, that's about right. That's
You know
kind
what
of
I mean?
the story of Alien.
Ooh, look at this Arutha.
Chris?
As long as the player has an inverted ship here, he or she generates 2 more energy.
So you're gonna have inverted stuff in there.
Maybe. Yeah, I do. ARETHUSA. USA.
Abilities. You choose when to use that. Okay, here we go. Some you also have one or more bullet, meaning you can only use that ability once during each player's turn. Okay, that's what I needed to know. So things with a dot you can only use once, but some things have 2 dots. You know what that means?
You can use it twice.
Keeping up.
I've been around the block.
I agree, Jason.
I'm a 1 energy type kind of guy, I think.
I'm done in server saying yes, invert means you lose any text that you can no longer read because it's upside down. That's true. So you trade abilities for better stats usually with inversions. Jason said, did you see Jason's comment? Upsets me an irrational amount that no one hit with a Star Wars license has picked up the classic SWCCG and relaunched it.
There's a lot of reasons that's tough. Legally speaking.
Sure. But why not Decipher? You know, go to the bank, get a cool couple million, get the Star Wars license.
I'm sure a bank post any association with money laundering activity is like, you know what we want to do. Yeah, I mean,
it was
assume,
something in the it was some brother, wasn't it? That
I
kinda
think
turned it sideways.
unfortunately, yeah. I think part of it too is
I
like,
know all about that, don't I?
I think part of it is I'm just a casual Jonathan Brown. Okay, that looks like a fine enough location. Part of it, I can imagine, is if you had the Star Wars license in a game that people loved, and it was going very well, and you lose the Star Wars license, then you pour your heart and soul into the next thing. Then your company goes down to money laundering. It would be pretty tough to get back up. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
just to
that's tough.
want to keep going.
Powers 209 says, yes, it was an in-law that stole money.
Like,
Classic tale in the West.
just rough beats. That's all that is.
Yeah.
Warren, if you're out there, that's just bad.
It's a shame because these are some of the best games ever made.
Yeah.
A true rival to what was going on at Wizards and stuff at the time.
And just a different
Beat. Yeah. And good. Really good.
This is fun.
This is really good.
This is fun.
Starting location, right on.
Yeah.
Okay.
It makes me want to. I'm ready to get back to our Star Wars CCG series too.
Yeah, with that.
Because I know that they're we're gonna start getting to the future sets where it gets particularly saucy.
Oh, cool. I have a space station. Guess that's not terribly surprising. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna think. I'm pulling out my locations. I have a lot less locations here. I do feel like what I had last time was supposed to spread out and do the drain strategy. Maybe not. Oh no, here they all are. Never mind. Spoke out of turn.
I recant.
Okay, let's see what we're dealing with here. So you probably don't want to grab an encampment that goes under.
It's not a great start.
That's pretty cool. Energy. The Battle Destiny. No, so we need. Oh, I've got blue icons too.
Yeah, I got 2 resource colors. I like my first deck that had 1. All in.
Yeah, me too. Pay for energy. Oh, they're called Earthers. Oh, well, I'll start with my space station out. That seems reasonable. All right, done.
I'm starting with the Ganymede occupied tunnels. Vehicles don't add their power to a player's total power during the battle here.
So no vehicles in the tunnels.
That's right. What's your thing?
Technically, most of the time, tunnels are for vehicles explicitly.
What's your planet?
Venus/yacht work. So it's my space station around Venus. It's a sector. It's a station. Anybody can, once per turn, pay for energy, make your target Earther ship in a battle here +5.
All right.
So if you have Earther ships, you know, call your mama.
You're on 8.
Mm-hmm. Kathy, how's your mom doing?
Don't you talking about my mama?
You doing all right?
She's doing good. She got her vaccine shot,
Good for her.
which I'm real happy about.
Yeah, good for her. That's great.
She
Dallas and Cowboy. Wait, did one of them die? I'm sorry. Which one? Dallas? Or
Dallas, yeah. Of course, Cowboy would be the one to.
Well, but it doesn't make. I mean, a dog just named Cowboy is probably more normal than a dog just named Dallas. Although, you know, I know some Dallases in mine.
So the way we described the dogs was Dallas is the smarter one. Cowboy's the beef. So early on when they
got
were
brains and beef.
the beauty and the brawn. But early on when they were puppies, Cowboy was like more aggressive. So like he would eat all the food.
Right.
And Dallas wasn't eating for like a week.
Okay.
And they'd like stand him up and he'd just fall over. So he was always a lot littler than Cowboy because they eventually figured out what was going on and fed him. But like his first 3 months, he was not eating as much as Cowboy.
Oh my gosh! Wow. That's
Cowboy was
devastating.
getting doubles though, you know? He was getting double serving. And so he's the one that lasted longer as well. Seems a little hardier.
That's crazy.
But yeah, old. I mean, 14 and a half, 15 now. So that's like not a young dog.
Oh, that's terribly old. Terribly old. Lived quite a life.
Yes. Had a full life.
Well, yeah, that's right. Drank it
But
up to its
literally
fullest.
until Dallas passed away, he didn't know what it was like to not hang around with Dallas. So then
of
he
course.
was like a weird 3-6 month like dog depression, but doing better now.
That's sad.
Yeah. End of the story is he's doing better and he's lived a 15+ year dog life.
Okay, now hold on a second.
Yes.
I'm gonna have a struggle with the words on this card. Now, if you had a card that said download an encampment that has a support icon matching one you have in play,
Download means search your deck and find a card.
But would it mean one support icon you have in play or one encampment you have in
Read
play?
it to me again.
Download an encampment that has a support icon matching one you have in play.
So you'd have to already have a support icon of that type in play.
So like this one, I get an encampment with this.
That's right.
Okay. We work out the rules as we please.
Not exactly a ton of judges hanging around here. Correct us.
Who's going first? Roll for it. Even, odd? 19. You can go first, or you can choose, or whatever.
I'll go first. Generate 4. I will play Ceres.
This is unrelated. This is, I'm going to put my space station out here again.
Ceres Belt Hideaway. Each card a player reveals for Battle Destiny during a battle here is -2. We've seen that before. Then I'm going to play the Ganymede Captured Refinery.
Cool.
You can pay. I can pay. Can we both pay? 3 energy. Your opponent loses 1 energy for each of your inverted units here. You may use this ability only when you control this site during your control phase. Any player may use this ability.
There you go. I told us. Well, that's a step up.
Then for my next trick, I'm going to draw.
Yeah, you like that early draw. Early draw guy.
I mean, it makes sense, right?
It does, yes. But I just like to
putting. I have 4 energy, so putting one thing down right now, it's just going to get annihilated by you. And I just gave you more energy by playing locations. Ryan Ober says, I'm going to report you guys to the Dead CCG Rules Enforcement Division.
I'm going to collect some energy here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 1 for me. I'm already at 6. Thanks to my space station. The Earthers. I mean, isn't that even straight from The Expanse? Didn't The Expanse do Earthers? I guess it's a pretty classic concept. Somebody from Earth is probably going to be in your world.
Earther? Yeah, I haven't seen the show, so I couldn't tell you. Perhaps it's The Expanse creator play the Wars CCG.
It's possible.
Yeah.
Or vice versa. I don't know which one came first. I think The Expanse was books.
Really?
Maybe. I don't really know. Expansion. 0 cost. Choose one. Wait, what's the other one? Choose one. Download an encampment that has a support icon matching one you have in play, or if you have only one type of support icon in play, download an encampment. So I can download any.
You can go get any encampment.
I can expand, so I can go get my blue stuff. Or not. So. Oh, wow.
The Expanse book came out in 2015.
Okay, so it's well after.
Wars was a good 11 years ahead of it.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. Your opponent has an assignment will damage target of its defense less than. If its defense is less than my destiny plus the number of units you have there. So my destiny would be like 3 plus you have units is 3. So if its defense is less than that, okay. So it's pretty easy. I'm gonna go with. I feel like it could be a mistake.
This card is bonks.
I'm gonna get the Ganymede Exploratory Camp. So this is a mechanic that we're seeing across all the factions, right? They have encampments that give them support icons that attach to other things.
One thing I really like about that is it helps the board not get as sprawly.
Yeah.
But also for us to build a resource base. Star Wars CCG just gets literally wide as a semi truck.
It gets pretty sprawly, yeah. Okay, that goes in a lost file.
Chris Wilson, do you guys ever try the old Sabretooth 40K CCG games? No, I didn't know that existed. Is that C. Horvath Sabretooth? Is that the name of that company?
Yeah, it was Horvath.
It's like, I feel like the game industry is kind of like Tulsa. And that like it's just big enough that you can go to the store and not see anybody you know, but also everyone knows everyone somehow.
Yep. I feel that. Okay, well, so if you don't have anything, so then I'm encouraged to start putting things down and try to drain you, but I really don't have enough money to make a tremendous impact.
I did. So you just play stuff and draw.
So I'm going to occupy your tunnels with my encampment.
It's not cool.
Oh, I need to have an energy icon unit or ship. Okay, so it's got to be here. I'm going to encamp my own yacht works. Camp.
Camp Can you even camp a planet?
Yeah, it
space
says
station?
any target location. It says location.
Huh.
I'm camping anywhere I want, man. In fact, it looks like they're camping direct, like literally on, the planet's kind of in the back. I don't know. You tell me. I just write. It's called the Ganymede Exploratory Camp. Wait, do you think this has to go on a Ganymede location then?
Yes, because it's related.
Yeah, it would have to. Yeah. Okay, so
Rethink your life.
Let me
Jason
look at
Gleason
this
says, "Will you guys ever play the Babylon 5 CCG? I'd love the game to get some attention and some solid gameplay videos. There aren't many out there." It's on my list. I don't own it. I don't have it, but it is. I have a long list. I did last like June-ish after it was becoming clear the pandemic was going to last more than 3 to 6 months. I just made a big list of all the games I would eventually like to have on stream. And it was like 100 games at the time. And that's on the list. When I reference the list, that's what I mean. And at once a week, 100 games is 2 years. So who knows when it's going to show up.
Okay, so I'll just get this.
To hold on to it.
And I'll hold on to it. It's fine.
Jeremiah saying, has Warhammer Conquest been thrown back on here? It has. That was probably like...
That was early.
7 or 8 months ago. We're almost at 12 months in. Yep.
Tradition in this character.
Later this month, we're going to celebrate our 1-year pandemic anniversary.
Okay. It's time. You know what?
It's time, the first turn.
Let's go. Let's
It's finally time.
go. How many cards you got over there?
10. Which problem?
It's just at some point somebody's gonna put stuff somewhere.
Elaine saying, I really hope you do a deep Keyforge dive when the next set arrives. So I mean, the plan, as far as I'm aware, I have a display coming through the subscription, so we'll definitely crack into that on stream at least once.
Draw.
We're like the Borg, slowly learning. You can get us with a tactic once. Maybe twice. Maybe less Borg-like.
Can we only get I'm not also here. This is silly. There's no reason to do this now. This is going in here. Taking this back. Because if you draw into the encampment you were going to search for, you may as well hold the card and search for the next one, because you can play it at the same turn.
Yeah. So you're not doing anything with this turn.
No need to play it. All right, we've got big hands.
All right, mine?
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Plus 1 for me is 7. There was a show that did that exact thing. I forget what it was, but it was funny. I'm just gonna draw.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Are we already at the stalemate
No.
wars moment?
I'm gonna leave these two floating. I just need a little more, juice in the tank.
Okay. Well, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for me.
Thought you were gonna say 1, 2, 3, 4. I declare a thumb more.
I will now play expansion. To go get that, hopefully a blue. Yeah. The Ganymede Harvesting Camp.
Chris Wilson says, I wonder if you guys realize how popular your Throwback series would be.
Would be. Oh, this one.
This
Oh.
one.
Wars.
No, I think it just means our series of throwbacks in general.
Oh, yeah, we didn't.
I mean, the reaction we've had so far is not 100% surprising. One thing I've noticed every time we go to like Gen Con and stuff is that you always find out about these games that people love that you never knew about. So there's a ton of games in the catalog, and it's been really fascinating for us to get to explore so many of the different games that have been released. It's definitely widened my just kind of like view on card games particularly. But there's a lot of communities that if you look on YouTube for a lot of these games too, there's just not a lot of content because most of these games came out before YouTube was super accessible and camera equipment and stuff. So, the views we are getting, not shocking, but also I don't think it's like blowing up the internet or anything.
Maybe it is.
Perhaps it is.
All right, let's put in a Ganymede mining platform.
Where is Ganymede?
It's not. We're just on. What's our little planet? Our sub-planet brawl. Then we're gonna play a unit to it.
It's true. You could have played the encampment as its own location.
Oh, right.
Just in Ganymede.
Right. But the beautiful thing about playing them as encampments is you don't give your opponent money.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm interested in.
It is beautiful. That's a moon on Jupiter.
Yeah, that's right.
Gaia. Yeah, I've heard of that.
Oh wow, this is
Back
just a
in
great
science class.
unit. It's just a great unit. Okay. Now we need to get this unit on board here. Plus one attrition.
You played this one? It's 2/2? Wow. That's a crazy location.
Okay, they got the old porter bot there. Oh, I see.
Cyril says, as the best, greatest unit you've ever seen. Everybody says it.
Okay. Wow. This whole dude, this the threshold, man, it's a mind blower. Because you've got to get things there to play things there, but I can't play things there because I don't have icons to play things. Real catch-22.
Quite the conundrum. Mm-hmm.
So that's where you've got to throw in, like, I'm gonna play a Ganymede harvesting camp, give you some bucks there
to get your icons out.
So I got to get the blue icon, and then I'm gonna pay 1 for an ordnance master, who just seems quite good. Then I'm going to pay 0 to give him an assault carbine.
Let me see this thing.
Yeah, you should read that out loud.
Ordnance Masters. 1 cost, 6 destiny, 1 power, 1 attack, 1 defense. You can lose 3 energy if the character has a weapon beneath it until the end of turn. Make this character +3 power, tactics +3, defense +3, and immune to attrition.
Yeah. So he's a good first deploy, I think. Because you can't just go in and smoke him.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Because he's a 4/4/4.
I'm going to flip destiny.
That can't be hit by attrition.
That's right. For 1. So it's a good threat. He's got a 0 cost weapon under him, too. It's the assault carbine. Pay 1 energy, choose target unit your opponent has in a battle. If their defense is less than your destiny draw, and then opponent chooses if your defense is less than destiny, destroy target or put a card on top of your use pile. So it's a classic blue card, really.
Yeah, really blue.
Now that we have a unit there, we're going to play the Ganymede Exploratory Camp there. We're gonna keep exploring. We got 2 going on. Oh, we can only do 1. Can only do 1. We can do 1 here.
Do you have to have a person there to do that?
I've got an energy icon. If it has an energy icon, you stack only 1 encampment here. Okay, so can we have a camp on a camp? That doesn't seem like we should be able to do that. I'm not using it as an encampment.
It's a big camp.
Maybe it's just a big camp.
Why wouldn't you just put it over here?
You know, I want encampment.
On this thing?
Well, I gotta have a unit there.
Are you sure?
Yeah. You gotta have a unit, an icon, or a ship.
Energy icon.
Energy icon. Oh no. Everything has gone wrong. Okay. Well, we'll do this.
Well, yeah, chat's explaining the same thing.
Okay, so
Hilarious.
we're deploying this here when we deploy in between. We're splitting the goalposts on you. We're doing this kind of a situation then.
Dude, you just camped up.
Yeah, dude.
Can't even put your flag down on that
Welcome
many.
welcome to the party. All right, I've spent one. I've got 2 left. I want them.
Jiminy crickets. You're not ready for what's about to happen.
I'm gonna put a porter bot here for 1,
The old porter bot.
and I'm gonna start drawing.
We were drawing.
1, 2, and I'm gonna hold on to 2 money.
I get 9 energy.
I know.
Let's deploy. I'm gonna play Ganymede.
Yay! There we go.
This is the Trigenium source. I'm gonna do this.
Yeah, I like that.
Just
Very
space
much.
things for us. You can slide this little.
If you want to be in space, you be in space.
Just gonna put our planets all there. You with me?
I'm so with you. I'm really into it. Honestly.
All right. Then I'm gonna play a Ruthaza remote power plant.
That's just another
It's an
location out there, a little
yeah,
asteroid out there.
Just out there. Then for my next trick.
Now we're getting interesting. Okay. We've already gotten ultra strategic. Oh, I'm not supposed to draw that. Hold on, I'm putting this back. It's supposed to hold 3. Just in case you want to be a weirdo here.
I'm a weirdo. Let's play the Zhang Hot Rod, Zhang, for 4. I have one of those icons. Boop. And it says when you play this vehicle, you can put up to 2 cards from your hand on top of your used pile and draw the same number of cards from your reserve.
Cool. Little filter.
Little filter.
413. Waiting to get erect.
Let's go 2, 2. Okay. Let's play a Ganymede camp.
Mm-hmm.
Here comes the sun.
Do-do-do-do. Ganymede.
It's the Frontier camp.
Frontier.
What's the stockpile asset?
Stockpile? I don't know. Is that, what do you mean? What's it say?
Stack target card in your opponent's lost pile face down on your stockpile asset. But what's a stockpile asset?
Is it not one? What's a stockpile? Face your opponent's lost pile?
So I pick a card from your lost pile and put it onto a stockpile asset, and then I can invert the ship.
Maybe it's like a banish zone. Maybe you like steal a card from my lost pile.
Dang it, that's a vehicle.
The vehicles look like ships. The ships look like vehicles.
It's a lot
Cats
of
are
work
marrying
here.
dogs.
Yeah, hold on. Yeah, it's fine.
You know what I'm even gonna do? You're gonna play more stuff, or can we just keep?
I
this
am gonna
tidy?
play more things. Let's play a Taka Chelik squad. Tahka. Cost me 4. Each time I win a battle at this site, I can pay an energy, and if you do, you lose an energy.
Ooh, cool. You just drain me.
Yep. And then
Stockpile is just a trait. It's like an effect in Star Wars, apparently.
like, is it a bold word, or like where would I find this?
Just a trait. Probably bolded up in the flavor text. It's my idea.
We'll figure that out later. I need to get more tactics there.
Some would say.
You ever feel that way?
Yeah. Targeting unit. Man, I'm going to have to look up movement now, too. They've made it a lot better. There's always just a confusion for me, but... Move a target ship sector to sector. Move a target unit at a site to an adjacent related site. Move target unit you have at a site, putting that unit aboard target ship you have at a related sector. So you can go from site to sector if capacity allows. Okay, cool. So if you got a planet up here in Ganymede, you can always push a unit up to a ship here. Yeah. You don't have to have the docking bay or all of that, whatever.
So you could do that in Star Wars too, as long as it was an outside location.
Oh, okay. Outside
but
location.
You could go from any docking bay on one planet to any docking bay on another planet in Star Wars. That's just less relevant here.
You can also drop from planet down to sector, of course, aboard a ship at a sector, putting that unit aboard a different target ship at the same sector. Okay. Cool. I get it.
All right. Yeah.
You put all sorts of nonsense there.
Okay. We built this today.
Zach says hello. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
It's a lot of energy.
Scared?
No. You can drain me though for 2.
I'm draining you for 2. And then this mining platform says as long as you control this location, generate 1 more energy at each related location where you have a ship or unit. So these would all be related locations?
Yeah, because
it doesn't count itself?
Right.
There's a lot of like movement shenanigans and stuff in this game that I'm not getting. But one day I will.
What do you mean?
Like I have a lot of stuff that's like moving, like transporting and stuff.
Well, transporting just lets you move it. Normally it's 1 per card. But like I have this transport too. So if this moves, I can move 2 units along with it.
We don't move enough, I feel like. We're not very good at moving. We've not done well.
I'm more of a my gosh, what's the word?
Shaker?
No. Something that doesn't move.
Couch?
No. There's
stone.
a word for like a... I mean... oh my gosh.
All right, let's start playing some stuff. We've got...
There's a word.
The list of things that don't move is almost infinite.
No, there's a word for defining like something that is immobile.
Yeah, mobile.
There it is.
2 for a Ranger Watchman here. Power 3, Tactics 1, Defense 4, Quick Draw 1, so it adds a use to any weapon that it has underneath it.
Okay.
So it can add 1, which is cool. And this is cool. Each time the attrition step ends here and your opponent has attrition remaining, it's power plus 3 until end of turn. So if you can't satisfy all the attrition, it gets stronger and you lose more cards, I reckon. Then, before we forget, let's put a Gorget cannon on that guy. Since he likes weapons, he can fire twice. As long as this character is at a site, you cause attrition plus 1. And then pay 1 energy, choose target unit your opponent has in a battle. Damage it if his defense is less than destiny plus number of units.
All right.
So your units are 3, my destiny, etc. So the more units you have, the better that gets.
Very serious looking cats there. What are you doing?
Just looking. Just seeing what I can pay for. Then we'll do 3 for a dagger juggernaut. You want to fight, Bun?
Oh, you drew me for 3.
Oh, good.
Because the game's that I found.
3 for another dagger juggernaut.
Well, look at you.
Yeah, we're rushing you, baby. 3 for an infantry support vehicle. Dad's home. And I think I'm going to leave it at that. And then I'm going to initiate a battle, not really looking at the numbers.
All right, I'm at 9. What are you at?
I'm at 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
I'm gonna grab some dice.
Sure. 12.
All right, we both have ability.
We both have ability. We also, you have any weapons? You don't have any
Nope.
weapons. So I can pay 1, choose a target unit, damage target if it's defense, so I could basically force you to attrition something out. Probably one of your 3 defense things. Oh, so Destiny plus 3, it's defense.
T-Zag says math is for blockers.
Oh, I don't know. The real conundrum here is if I use this ability, then I can't save energy for this ability. So you can go dogpile this.
Yep.
Real good. So I'm not going to shoot anything.
All right,
I don't
Destiny.
think so, yeah. 3.
6.
Eesh.
So that puts me at
At least I have 6 there. That's
15.
handy. 3, 15.
So we tie, but we both have attrition to deal with.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to deal with 6 attrition. I have to deal with 3 attrition.
Ugh. You have, what, 3 more than me?
This one.
Dang it.
Rat.
That's a really bad flip.
Yeah, 6 to 3 is.
I needed to turn both of these juggernauts after you win a battle. 6 power both.
Then they both get.
Oh my
Bugatti.
gosh. Oh my
It
gosh.
seems like a really fortunate flip
It's
for me.
so bad.
Just like
I hate it so much.
unknowingly walking into an amazing situation.
Oh.
Because now I get a dog pile back
Yeah.
and then make you pay.
You
Pay
don't
him.
have any attrition remaining, right? So, okay, support vehicle's gone for attrition. Cool. Over to you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait, after the attrition, you can shoot? Hold on a second. Abilities.
Maybe they change weapons to not be
Beginning
as
of the word,
distinct
main
phase.
center, ongoing ability. Okay. Whatever that. Yeah, each time whatever unit's here. Yeah, each time. Got it. Okay, we need to look at the steps. There isn't a weapon step anymore, so that's interesting. Attrition step.
Richard Lopez saying it's the best time to do it.
Because your attrition.
We both know you're gonna flip a 0 though.
Well, but I gotta know.
What love is?
Well, yeah, exactly. When you can use an ability to, I'm assuming I don't have an actual like.
Bob says they changed attrition to be first, then you fire weapons.
Are you serious? But that can't be possible because isn't the point of damaging something that you have to do attrition on it?
If you hit them, they go away.
What? What? Hold on. Hold on.
All right.
Hold on. Hold
To
on.
the rule book. My favorite. Feels like I'm back at high school.
How many times? How many
This
times?
thing? All right, you ready? I'll break it down for you.
Yeah, break it
You know
down.
how good I am at rules.
Yeah, let's go. Break it down nice and clear.
Battle phase. First thing you do is battle destiny. Then you do the attrition step, which we've done. Then you do the power step. So you draw destiny.
Mm-hmm.
You pay for attrition. Okay, attrition just means that a unit gets damaged.
Oh. Like this kind of a thing?
Yeah, so
Oh, this is actually pretty clever. I think this is better.
so we draw destiny
Mm-hmm.
based on whoever has tactics. Then we apply attrition. So I'm applying my 3 attrition here.
Done.
Then we go to the power step. Each player determines their total power in the battle.
And anything damaged is fine to contribute its power?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Hold on. I have a notable piece of text that I had missed. On the Gorget cannon, as long as this character is at a site, you cause attrition +1.
Okay. We'll come back around to that. But then you go to the last step. If you lose the battle, you must lose energy equal to the stuff. So then you just pay for your energy, but I assume anything hit at this point goes away.
So Rickard says after each step, you can activate abilities such as weapon abilities.
Okay, so after each step then, after we decide to draw Battle Destiny, we draw it, you could do a weapon. After we pay attrition, you could do a weapon.
Mm-hmm.
After we calculate power, you could do a weapon. After we lose stuff, you could do a weapon.
Okay. Okay.
So, and I have 4 attrition instead.
Yeah, you got 4. So we do Destiny. Now I have the choice before the attrition step to pay 1 to potentially damage something else. And that would just mean that it would go away. Now we know 2 things are, yeah, I don't want to do that.
Well, the
you
thing
choose
is,
2 anyway, right?
technically, if you damage this, I would have to attrition both of those.
Doesn't this satisfy attrition still? Like it did in the Star Wars world?
I think once you're hit, it's different.
Really? It doesn't count for attrition anymore? I thought it just meant this thing had to be used to satisfy attrition.
Maybe.
That was the OG. I'm pretty sure. Unless they dramatically changed that. Everything told about your opponent in your units.
No, I think once you're damaged from a weapon, you can't use it for attrition.
Are you serious? You and your opponent not compare the player with the higher.
Ryan Robert's saying stuff that gets damaged can't be used for attrition because you have to damage it for the attrition.
Yeah. Oh my.
So, but so after you see that I have a 6 and you have a 3, before we choose anything, because we drew Destiny, that was step 1.
That's step 1, okay.
Right?
Yeah, we'll even put it right here.
So before we get to the attrition step,
I can choose something to damage it, and then you can't use it to satisfy that attrition. So even if I hit a 3, you can still satisfy with a 4 there.
Mm-hmm.
But to hit a 6 defense, it would be 3, so I'd have to do a 3 or higher on my own draw. The opponent has a damage target if his defense is less than. I have to draw 4 or higher here. No, it's not worth it. It's not worth it.
Okay. So then I have 4 attrition to deal with.
4 attrition, I have 6.
I'll do this.
Yeah. Boom, boom.
And these go to use pile.
Yeah.
And then...
Now, do these count power or not?
They do count power still.
Okay.
They just can't be hit again. So we count power, we're tied, we go to the last step, we lose anything that's hit, and we have to pay the difference, but there is no difference. So now we're off to the races. Okay. Into the battle.
And nobody won the battle.
No one won the battle.
Dang it.
You got stuffed at the door.
And then I'm not drawing. I'm in a pickle.
You do not want that to be the case.
I'm in a pickle.
All right, so I have 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
Woo! Counter dog pile.
It's a host of cards there.
A lot of cards. Transport 1, I got it. So you could reload up the Watchman and move him for 2. That's interesting, yeah. I feel like committing to a battle and then moving away to reinforce, it makes sense. I mean, that's what you do in, like, real life, yeah? Real battles, real space battles. Ryan, what's going on? Okay.
I think we got it right.
Yeah, we didn't use the weapon, but it does look like any of your cards that have been damaged before this step still apply their total defense against your opponent's attrition.
So you can still use it to pay for the power difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just like Star Wars. It just says that one's got to go. And it takes whatever differences are with it.
Now I'm in the hot seat now.
Yeah. GLHF. I noticed a definite lack of space things. I don't have much in the way of space here.
All right. You ready for this?
Yeah.
Heater?
Yeah.
Pay 3 for Little Nelly.
It's getting hot in here.
+1 power for each energy icon on my side of this location. Currently +1. We're going to play another lotted flyer. A lot of pilots, not a lot of ships. Each time I win a sector battle here, activate up to 3 energy.
Is this a sector?
I think this is a sector. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a sector. So,
Oh, it's got to be piloting to do that. It's supposed to be on ships. It's running around like a fool down here.
I'll play the Taka Chelik squad for 4. Each time I win a site battle here, it is a site. I can pay an energy. If I do, you lose an energy. That'd be a clever way for me to dunk on you here. But
Yeah, but you're dogpiling somewhere else.
yeah, that's right. And then I will initiate a fight here. I'm at 5-10 to your 9.
10 to my 9.
Yeah.
You're higher than that. You're at 12, aren't you?
4, 5, 9, 10, 11.
There's 2 of these, yeah?
12.
Yeah. I like punching myself in the face.
What are you doing in here?
Make a habit of that.
beating that out of myself.
So with this Ranger Watchman, I should really be flipping Destiny and then deciding if I want to start smoking.
Shooting. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, 12 to 9. We both have Destiny. You don't have Destiny.
Oh, no. No.
Yep. That's what happened.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Well, then you draw the Destiny then? Is that right?
Yep. You ready?
Yeah.
+3. I'm at 15.
Okay. So you got a three thing there. Then I get to use weapons, which I will now do. You've got 5 units there, so this is the easy mode.
I think. Hold on.
They don't tell us. They don't tell us when to use weapons.
Battle. Destiny stat. Attrition. So I battle and I flipped. Now you have a chance to use a weapon.
So I've got this guy. He's got quick draw 1, which means he can use the ability twice here. So first I'm going to pay 1 energy. Choose a target unit your opponent has in a site battle here. Damage it if its defense is less than the number of your units plus my flip. You have 5 units. I'm about to flip something.
It's your number of units, right?
Your opponent has here. Yeah. It's an anti-swarm card.
Mm-hmm.
Ranger with a sweet cannon. Easy to hit. So anything we damage is leaving?
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's start here.
Okay.
6 plus or 5 plus
You
X.
need a 2.
I need a 2 or higher. Is that normal? 2 or higher?
It's not your day. Big fat 0. Wah, 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 wah.
Okay, well, hey, we can use it again because I'm a Ranger Watchman.
Oh, get out of here.
Perhaps we should not shoot so high this time.
I mean, a 2. Most of your cards, look at your table. Most of them have 1s and 0s.
I'm not rolling any dice. Power 4 guaranteed to be hit.
Defense 3.
Defense is only 3, but there's your 3.
a 3.
Yeah.
Hit. All right, then we get to the attrition step. So you have 3 attrition to pay for.
All right, one of these guys.
Okay. Then we get to the power step. I'm at 15 to your 9.
Yeah.
So you're going to lose 6. We're going to get to the last step. You have to pay 6.
Paying 5 here and then 1
This thing's going to go away.
randomly.
Let's go to the use pile.
Ooh, that thing's cool.
All right. And then I declare.
Are we just gonna keep messing with each other here?
I mean, it depends. I'm going to draw.
So the answer is yes.
I'm going to draw. I'm going to draw. And it's your turn.
Okay.
It was a bloody war down there in the refinery.
And I generate one more energy at a location where I have a ship or unit, which would be this one.
You
Right?
do have a ship or unit.
Thank you. True, false. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
I'm going
7,
to get some water.
8,
You
9,
figure out your
10,
turn.
11, 12, 13, 14 for me. I'm gaining so much energy. This is crazy. Is this the Earther thing? You just gain money? Seems right. Like the Terrans. Do we want to engage in space stuff? We're going to play this dagger lead. We know that. We're going to blow up Zach here. What? Mom, what?
What did he say?
Who's going to be the first one to go into space? Is it you or is it me?
If I had to guess, it'd be the Americans.
All right, I'm going to pay 6 for dagger lead. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6.
Put a flag on it.
Put a flag on it. Staged. Happened in a basement.
You drain me?
I did not, but I am for 3.
Seems relevant.
I want to get to the action.
I'm with you.
Dagger lead for 6.
What is this thing?
It's big. It's rolling, man. Everything's
Damn
rolling
many
around on here.
crickets.
We're going to pay 1 to initiate a battle.
What is this even? It's like an orb of death.
Yep, that's right. I mean, how could you attack that? It's just a giant gun Roomba, basically.
Wow. So one time you can invert it to undamage a target other unit in the battle.
That's right. I got
The
your
stats are
attrition
the
right
same,
here,
but
buddy.
you lose the ability.
That's right.
You have 3 of those icons too?
He's my savior, yeah. 1, 2, 3.
Count it. I'm just kidding.
Can you count it again? Judge, prove it.
What up, Martin? Yeah, these are starter decks.
Okay, I've initiated a battle.
Someone said this is called a Doomba.
3, 6, plus 7. What do you need to do that? Because it's a tight rule system now. First, we just do a battle destiny. Yeah?
Yeah, we count. We both have destiny.
You found yet again a faction with like tactics 5 on everything. No, not really.
Just 2.
Okay, destiny. Here we go. A big ol' 2.
1.
Okay, good. Hot diggity dog.
Then we total up power.
No, we attrition first. So you got an attrition of 3 from my Ranger Watchman my Gorget cannon. +1 attrition there.
Great.
So 3. Got to
here.
damage something. Okay. And I got to damage something of 1 or greater.
Yep. So the finest amount of attrition you can have. What up? I'm a sexy dinosaur. He says, "Hey, how are my favorite streamers?" Doing well, man. This has been a day.
All right, I'm gonna do that. But then can I do this now? Invert it and undamage it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seems all right.
He went get to the chopper.
Get to the chopper.
And then we do power?
Yeah, I'm at 9 total.
Oh wait, I might want to use some of these weapons to just keep clearing you out. Yes. I'm gonna try this guy again. 1, 2, 3, 4.
9 to 3.
It's worth a shot. It's a 3.
Unreal.
Shall I shoot it one more time?
Why not? Auto clear that thing.
Yeah, done.
Clean my clock.
Power. 3.
I'm just gonna pay for it, my attrition.
4, 5, 6. Yeah.
I got
you
12
You got
attrition
12
here.
leaving. You're good. You figured it out.
It was a bloody battle.
Hey, I won a battle, so I get to turn this juggernaut. It's now a 6.
All right. Evacuate.
The Earthers showed up.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to draw everything but 3 for your benefit. 1, 2, 3. Okay. What do you say, Rick? You counted the unit drawn as destiny? What does that mean? I don't know what that means.
No one does.
No one does.
5, 6, 7, 8. Mine?
Yeah.
14 coming at you. I like doing that with a plum. All right. Put an encampment here. The frontier camp. A lot of frontiers around these parts.
Yeah.
Get any ships anywhere? No. It's just cruising for a bruising, eh?
No, I'm just waiting for somebody to go to space. Then I'll deploy my fleet. Don't you worry.
Deploy the fleet.
I really would like more tactics.
This thing needs to get out of it. How much energy you got?
What? Energy? In my thing? 3. You know, the amount. The right amount. B powers, when you're a belter, everyone else is an inner. Isn't that an Expanse reference?
I have no idea.
I think it is. The only belters I know. It's like the asteroid belts. They hang out in the belts. Mine the ore.
Mine
Tough
the ore.
life, etc. Drink rock milk. Ryan Roper on a good... I imagine one attrition is some random shot hitting some bolt that causes an entire tank to fall apart, like in a cartoon. Did you read that?
Mm-mm.
That's what it is. That's actually one of the great things about the game, is it really is able to make you feel like fighting a battle always has stakes. And you can just get wrecked.
That is absolutely true.
You can plan for everything and then just get wrecked.
All right. I'm going to do this. Let's play the Plundering Bandit. It's like the Wet Bandits in Home Alone.
Can you read me that flavor text? Is it important? I'll get that for me.
Yep.
One reason MAV pilots are always tinkering with their ships is to make sure they're faster than local law enforcement. Yeah, bad idea. Not a bad idea. Nice 014 there. Very nice.
Then I will play...
Oh, it's cool. They get awesome when you win battles.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that's awesome.
I want to play the Widowmaker. Doesn't really do anything currently.
Are you downtown draining me over
I'm
here?
going to play the Belt Runner. Then I'm going to play the Taka Assault Craft.
Whoa.
When it enters play at a sector where I have no support icons, if that's the case, I can search my used pile for a card and put it in my hand. If I do, shuffle my used pile. That one.
Wow, this thing's awesome, man.
Yeah, I love that ship. I had it from my hand from the start, but
This is a beautiful card.
I didn't want it. The green foiling on that is really good.
It's like a space Zerg. Landing ships deliver dozens of predators planetside to take and hold enemy territory. Yeah, total Zerg vibes. Boy, that's a big boy there too. But you got Tactics 4 over there, yeah? Oh my gosh, Tactics 6.
And then paying for one of these. The Ilma Guide here. piloting 1, so it gets +1 power and +1 tactics on this ship. And then as long as this character is in a sector without a each ship here without a character that has piloting gets -1 tactics.
Oh, cool.
So this is -1. So is this isn't because it's got a character on it.
I like that.
But anything you play here without a pilot is -1.
Okay, cool.
Then I'm gonna actually recant. I'm gonna not play this
Okay.
for a good
I'm
reason.
just gonna think about it later.
I have to move this thing, otherwise I'm getting kajukied.
Where are you gonna move it though? Over there?
Mm-hmm.
You can get kabukied there too, or whatever it is that you made up word.
And then I'll draw a card. Your turn. You at least have to try to put stuff down there.
No, I'm gonna try. All right. Okay. Well, let's do the game in the right order. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 for this ability, 14 for me. Mm-hmm. You always have so many cards. It's aggravating. How many cards you got over there?
6.
Let's drain you for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You got it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. Big deal. Not a lot of cards. Don't have much in the way of cards. I mean, you got plenty of cards over there. 5, 6, 7,
6.
8, 6 cards. Not enough. Well, I think that my play is going to be...
Oh, hold on. They're saying I can move my ship to a vehicle.
Your vehicle to a ship?
Yeah.
And beam it up?
So I'm going to beam it up
Yeah,
so
you
I can
beam it
get dogpiled. It has capacity. I get it.
Yeah, it's actually way cleaner.
Yeah.
They cleaned it up in a big way.
Look right there.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. I kind of like that a lot. Okay, you were drained, and then I'm going to go to the move phase. I'm going to move Ranger Watchman over here.
He's spreading out.
We're going to keep our honkers here. Big death Roombas. What do they call them? Boombas?
Doombas.
Doombas, yeah, appropriate. Everyone can have one weapon, I assume. Only one weapon.
You know, maybe. Maybe not.
And then I'm going to start drawing.
All right. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 15. The deck's getting thin.
Yeah, what's happening here? 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to hold 8 in my money zone.
All right, mine. I'm
Yeah.
gonna drain you for 2.
2. Let's go. I can't have any more Ganymede encampments. Oh, I could just play them. But I don't really want to. Don't really want to, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, at some point you have enough resources, right?
Yeah. 1, 2.
All right. Mine?
Yep.
We're in the end game now. Let's pay 7 for a raider.
Oof.
Technically, I would activate an energy for each of your ships here. If you had
That's
a
pretty
bunch of
lame.
ships. Widowmaker.
You're taking over my station.
Then I'm going to play Killer Cat Grimalkin. She's piloting 3, so it's +3 power, +3 tactics, +3 defense. I can also pay 4. If this character is at a sector, which it is, you can't reveal cards for Battle Destiny at battles at a target other sector until the end of the turn. So I could like pay 4. You can't reveal Destiny here.
Mm-hmm.
Was the trick.
It's pretty good. You got 4 to pay?
No. Just making you work for future endeavors. All right, your turn.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 for the mining platform, 15 for me.
Powers 2 and 9 saying each card can have 1 weapon beneath it. Weapons can't be transferred, and they can't be voluntarily discarded.
Okay. Well, I see these are very much based on the Tau, as far as I can tell, because they're really good with weapons, at least from what I can tell from Conquest. Uh-huh. Oh, okay. I see why I would do that.
You want to come to the Space Jam? You're going to drain me?
Yes. Still going to do that.
7?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's right. It's kind of crazy to see us take different avenues to victory. It's pretty cool. I'm going to put another camp out right here.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you just want to play this on a giant board and just like walk around and stand up? Like you're playing a miniatures game?
Give me my monocle.
That's right. Now.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't expect what was coming here. Okay. How many cards you got?
3.
Okay. Let's go 3 for a Venus Garrison.
Oh, yeah. You can't stand staying away from a good fight.
That's right. Oh, you coming to my base? Well, listen to this. As long as it's at Venus, it's +2 power, +1 tactics, +2 defense. So 4, 2, 7.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
We're going to play another one. Hey!
Let's go. This is the party I was hoping for.
And then we're going to play a Resolute Coral up there.
You're just trying to distract me.
When the ship enters play, your opponent puts a card from their hand on the top of their use pile.
Got it.
And then, does this matter? Probably. Let's throw a Juggernaut Tender up there too. We'll get there. Then we'll do a Tylac House Guard there. And a Carabiner there.
Just putting his foot on the gas. Can't stop, won't stop.
Can't stop, won't stop. We'll put an Assault Carbine on our quick draw.
This?
Oh, the House Guard lets me draw a card too. I'm going to do that.
What's this?
It's out there. It's
Okay.
technically on Ganymede, but
Just in space.
hard to understand.
I'm a sexy dinosaur. So how do you guys come by these games? Have you just had them over the years or picked them up to play on stream? 2 ways. Most of these we bought recently, but we've been around for a long time. So I've heard of a lot of games and people talk about it and reference it and stuff. So I made a list last year of all the things we might want to stream for a while and just started acquiring what I could from those games for us to play on stream.
Okay. Now,
Fight me.
I'm initiating a battle.
All right.
Here.
Destiny first.
Destiny first. 3.
4.
Okay. Then we've got a damage to satisfy attrition unless you have any weapons or anything that needs shot.
Nope.
So I'm gonna drop probably this guy. What is he at? 3/2, 4/2, 4/2, 3/1. Leave him here then. Okay. We're gonna do the Resolute Coral.
Okay. So I'm at
Oh, I
a
got a plus here.
15.
4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
So I lose by 2.
That's right.
Satisfy it here.
Mm-hmm. Oh, this is attrition card goes top, and then this guy gets lost. Okay. Venus has exploded. There's a war. And then you have
bombard.
2 cards.
Yep.
So I feel okay to go ahead and draw these.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna draw.
You're in a really good spot.
All right. Over to you.
All right. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. It's the whole boat. All right. Let's pay 4 for the Quay Navigator here. Piloting 1. So this is a beefy ship. Each time an opponent drains at a related location, I can put this character on the top of my use pile. If I do, cancel that drain.
Okay. So you get 1 cancel.
Then I'm going to put the... No, you know what? I need to do that different. Forget the cancel. I need tactics over here. I'm going to put it here for 4. I'm going to pay 2 for the Ilna Guide. Piloting 1. So now I'm at a 4 tactics. Anything that doesn't have a pilot on it is -1 tactics.
Very cool. That's good.
And actually, before I do that, I'll drain you for 2.
Right on.
Like you do.
Like you do. Done.
Okay, then I will initiate a battle.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm at 4 ability, or 4 tactics.
I'm only at 3.
And I'm at 7 power. So I'll draw my destiny.
Yep.
Plus 4. So I'm at 11 total. And 4 attrition.
We'll do the attrition there.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll be at 4, 8, 9, 10, 11.
To my 11.
11 to 11. But I lose something.
Yep.
Eesh.
It's my kind of math. Then we'll draw.
Battles. Okay. All right. That's a good pilot. Scary. Okay, let's start counting the baubles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 for me.
Brandon Light says, on these throwbacks, what has been the biggest revelation on how good that game was? What? I don't quite understand the question.
Like any games where there was a revelation, like, oh, this was amazing. Lots of those, actually.
Yeah, a lot of those.
Really good amount of those.
Some of my highlights that I can remember offhand. Really love the Middle Earth CCG, of course. 7th Sea sticks with me. Battletech was surprisingly good. Mythos CCG was bizarrely good.
Mm-hmm.
Bizarre being the only word to describe it. It was weirdly good. I liked it a lot.
Really good, yeah.
I had a good time with Mage Knight. That was randomly
That was fun, yeah.
That Necromancer garbage. That thing I couldn't kill forever.
Yeah. Grave digger and all that.
Oh man.
Hey, I'm gonna drain you for 2 here. Do you have any reactions to that?
Got me.
I'm gonna drain you for 3 here. 2 here. Man, this pilot is bonkers.
Yeah, I concur.
I don't have any pilots though. What is this nonsense?
It's you getting wrecked
Yeah.
at that location, but you're way ahead elsewise.
I'm way ahead elsewhere. So I'm gonna proceed to run.
There's one place you can run.
Only one place to go. I'm probably gonna head there shortly.
Yeah.
Well, let's keep the hits coming.
Brandon Light asking, which one would you take another stab at and play more of, kind of like the Star Wars series? So there are a lot of games I want to revisit. We won't probably do a whole series on them, but I bought a lot of singles after we played 7th Sea, so that's a game I would definitely play again. Battletech's hard to come by. Same with Mythos. I do have product for the Star Wars TCG and the Lord of the Rings TCG for us to do a series with if we end up deciding to do it. So yeah, there's plenty of games that I would consider doing a series like that with.
So I'm gonna assume, now correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm gonna assume that if you pay 2 to download a weapon and there is no weapon in your deck, you're just
fails.
You're just wasting money.
Yeah.
Okay, well. 2 more over here. You can't pass weapons in this one, we said.
Right.
Yes, we did say
That's
that. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's going to be it. I'm gonna do a double move. Get these guys out of here over onto the remote. Although really, there's no good place for these guys to be. This raider is like elite.
Somewhere I can't fight you and you can drain me for 2 seems good.
Yeah, I mean, you can deploy stuff there, but all right, we'll throw them there, and then we'll start drawing. Cool. All right, over to you.
All right, activate some energy. I'm not long for this world.
It's kind of fun with this when you feel it slip out of your. Literally, it's a physical.
Well, the fight that happened here at the captured refinery was game defining because you got way ahead on units, and then I couldn't ever claw back into the ground game.
Troops will be talking about that in the barracks for many years.
Yeah, drain you for 4.
Remember that time? 1, 2, 3, 4. Brandon Light, last question. How about that Return to Circle and Done announcement? It looks amazing.
Haven't seen it.
Tarot cards, the upgraded tarot stuff. Everybody was just hoping they would do more with the tarot mechanic, and it looks great. Very happy with it.
I've seen the art they've been previewing for a long time.
It's almost all you need.
All right, well, my dude. How much energy you got?
Energy. Open energy? 0. Come on down.
Water's warm.
I figure I can counter dogpile better.
Yeah, I got nothing.
Or perhaps not. I don't know. Guess we'll see.
I have no out.
All right.
Not good.
I might really love this game.
Yeah?
It makes me feel like, so I was really obsessed with Master of Orion 2, which is like one of the absolute classic 4X space games. And it gives me such vibes. It's like those vibes mixed with Conquest vibes. There's something about this, and Star Wars CCG is similar, but because there's not a story that is trying to be told, it feels the scale feels so big of this.
You don't get lost in the details.
You're in campaigns and there's stuff going everywhere.
Well, let me lose quick and we'll talk about
Where do you reinforce?
I'll pay 4
I have
here.
plenty of time to think about how I feel about the game because I'm just waiting
Yeah, to
win.
to seal your victory. All right, I'll pass. Go ahead.
All right, I'm gonna count up a bunch of money.
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 for this ability, 17.
At this point, you're just touching cards and saying numbers, and I trust you. I have no idea. Like 1, 2, 12, 9, 4, 2. Yep, 13 energy. Okay.
This is the mining platform. You have 1 energy for everywhere else you are on the planet. Crazy.
Yeah, that's what, when you played that, I was like, that's wild.
It's like cool. It's like, you just took over the freaking the space. Let's drain you for 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. You can cancel 3.
I'm gonna cancel
the 3.
your biggest one. You said 4 here, right? Two
total. Yeah. So
4
2, 2,
cancel.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 total.
Seven.
Cool. Let's put a Gorget cannon on this Ordnance Master. Let's put a Gorget cannon on this Carabiner. Let's reinforce victory up here. Let's go 3 there for a draw. Boring. 3 for a Juggernaut up there. 3 for another Juggernaut up there. You just don't want to lose in some dumb way. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, Zach?
Weirdly, playing cards is getting you closer to your loss condition.
That is true.
Because every card in your hand you can lose as a energy.
That's very true. Worth considering. Okay, and then I'm done.
All right. Put your Let's activate my 1 card. Drain you for 4.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, these are the cool cards I didn't get to play. Collaborative Strike. 0 cost, +4 defense and power if you have a weapon.
Which your deck is built to do.
Yep.
Well,
No, I'm supposed to draw these.
Yeah.
They're just sitting there. I don't need the money. We'll stay there. That's fine.
All right. Pay 3 for the boxer.
Whoa, here we go.
And then I will pay 1 to initiate a fight. I'm at 4. No tactics.
I'm going to lose 3 energy. Give myself +3 tactics. Do I lose 3 energy just goes to lost pile? Oh my gosh. Almost want to make me do that. +3 power, +3 tactics, +3 defense, etc. So I got a power card of 3.
I'll pay for it all here.
You got it, all of it out of that?
To 6. So attrition, then you don't beat me by more than 6, right?
4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
My 4? So I lose by 4?
Ah, that's right.
Then this goes under. Your turn. I'll go ahead and draw a card. Why not?
Money. And we can leave 1 for Destiny in case we get froggy, right?
Yeah. You just drain me, right?
Yeah, drain. What are you at? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
5.
Nice.
Dead.
But hold on. So here's the crazy thing before you pack that up. Look at this game.
Oh yeah.
What other game have we played aside from maybe even but not even Star Wars CCG is this sprawling in our
Well,
how many other games do that? Like have the guts to create a board state like this that everybody and it's not terribly difficult.
I think Very few. I mean, this is 90s all over it, right? You don't see this anymore. I felt this way with the Miller CCG, right, where it's like there's just a lot more going on.
Beautiful scale of this game.
Yeah, it's way less. A lot of the games we play now, even Flesh and Blood and Ashes, is zooming in on a single fight between two characters instead of like
Campaigns.
military campaigns.
Yeah, this is a big battle.
You want to go up top and talk about what we
Yeah,
liked,
wow.
didn't like, etc. So compared to the Star Wars CCG, there's some interesting stuff going on. First, the encampments are really cool.
Yeah.
I think that's a really clever way to basically increase the board state without increasing the board state size.
It also introduced a way to add your own resources without giving your opponent any.
Yeah.
Which is interesting. So that's worth considering.
Which I like. I thought that was cool. But it also, there is a penalty in that, like, you were draining me bigger on each of these locations to put encampments on.
Yeah.
And didn't have to, like, have separate locations. Because I could have played those encampments over here. Gives you an energy, but it also, to drain me for it, you have to be more spread out. I think that's all for that.
And so there are probably strategies, obviously, in the game. Some factions would want to have a big wide board and move around. Probably have a lot of reaction stuff.
Yeah. I also felt like, I don't know, there were only 2 sets of this game made. And there was a 3rd set being worked on that never got printed, apparently.
It's really a bummer. This is awesome.
Yeah.
I'm big into this.
He's big in
like
Tokyo. Is that what it is?
like this game.
But I think another thing that the cards did, they streamlined a lot, obviously, right? Like the cost being in the corner is helpful. The threshold's interesting. The ship capacity and like the fact that you don't have to like have a pilot and an astromech and like the little icons on the look, like they got so granular with Star Wars, like so. But they removed a lot of that, and I think if Star Wars was on this exact same system, you wouldn't lose very much of the flavor.
I don't think so.
The other thing I noticed is the cards themselves weren't like a lot of times when I'm playing Star Wars, it reminds me of Middle Earth CCG in that like card A references card B, references card C, references card D. And like to understand how any of them work, you need to see the whole chain. And you have a lot of effects that are like, while this condition is true, this static plus is happening across an area.
Which is usually, I mean, that's all I have to keep track of.
Yeah, and so like there was a big board with this game, but I feel like the way they did the effects made it less tedious to manage.
I definitely never felt overwhelmed or lost by it.
Like when I'm playing Star Wars sometimes, and this is part of its charm, is like it'll be like something will happen and I'll be like, I have a card that affects that. I don't know which card it is. So like I'm looking, it's like, where's
You
the
just
thing,
played the
right?
ostrich. I know that there's something
it's
here.
like I have something that messes with this. So it's obvious. I mean, this game came out a decade later after they'd had Star Wars the CCG out for 7 or 8 years. So you learn a lot. I think that they came into this design. It's apparent to me that it is more streamlined and refined, and it's kind of a weird balance because like I don't think this got so streamlined that you lose what was giving Star Wars its flavor.
I'm so agreeing with that.
But I think whatever came right after this started getting so streamlined you lose that specific 90s flavor.
Like in terms of the games that started happening around this time, they
Like
lost that big epic
you streamline
chunky,
again.
Yeah. That second streamline process is where we got like Star Trek Second Edition.
Yeah.
That to me is like this is streamlined to the point of like it's not even really the game that we expect it to be.
I do think with Star Trek, I was seeing some comments about that in the Discord channel, but like basically those starters, 1, aren't good. 2, the theme of Star Trek is less about conflict.
Yeah.
So inherently it's just less heads up engagement. That's what I literally think, even at this scale, a cooperative Star Trek game makes way more sense than competitive.
Yeah,
like you're on the same crew, you're on the same team.
Sure.
Going out in the galaxy and like exploring and solving problems and stuff people would lose their mind over a co-op Star Trek LCG.
Now, what do you think about the threshold mechanic as a mechanic in the game? Because think about what it actually does. One of the big things with Star Wars CCG, with this system in general, is that a lot of times you find that you're just trying to find those cards that you built your deck around, right? You're just trying to get into it. And sometimes you need 2 or 3 of them to start to work together. You need to find that planet before you can play the site, and these kinds of things are happening. So it adds another layer of I can't play a card until certain things line up correctly for me.
Yeah.
So what do you get in exchange for that by having threshold? New strategies of like rushing high threshold cards?
I think the more comfortable I get with this system of games it's pretty apparent that like there's a big risk in playing units before you're really ready to play something.
Mm-hmm.
Like that both games, I was drawing a lot early and not putting things out.
Yeah.
Because at any point your opponent can just put more stuff out and attack you. You have to be prepared for that. What Threshold seems to do to me, like if you start with 8 cards, you activate 4 or 5 energy, you draw 5 cards. So now you're really starting with 13 cards.
Mm-hmm.
Going to turn 2, you activate 7 or 8 energy, you can draw those 8 again. You're seeing 20 of your cards.
Yeah, a lot of cards.
So technically, if you're deck building appropriately, there should be very few games where in those 20 cards you're not seeing at least, you start with 1.
Yeah.
You need to see 1 more to activate most of your cards.
But also, you could technically not see it.
You could also technically
At
not
that
see
point,
it.
like, you know,
But I
you could
think-
get 30 cards in and have not seen the 7 to 8 threshold cards.
I would assume that the reason they did that is like in Star Wars CCG, we haven't seen it yet because we haven't had it happen. But later in the game, they had very powerful units, right? Vader, Palpatine, Luke, etc., that are so powerful and immune to attrition.
Yeah.
That was something I leaned on heavily. That like, if there's nothing stopping you from just playing that card, you're gonna run a lot of those cards and
You
then
just see it early and drop it.
and like it's gonna be if your opponent doesn't see that unit, now we've got it's just adding another barrier to like the crazy stuff.
So it's trying to slow down the more like crazy late game things from hitting the table early.
And I think it forces you to include a lot of stuff in the 1-2 threshold slot because you can just not see it ever.
Mm-hmm.
So like you can't
Like we
just
did in
run
spoils, kind of.
you have to run those things to know you can play things. Otherwise, if there's no risk there, whether or not it's good design, I don't know. But like I assume that's the thinking.
Yeah, that makes sense, and that feels right. It would certainly give you a little bit more control over the cards that are going to be seen in the game, where you could have that 5 to 6 threshold thing that's immune to attrition and crazy, but by the time somebody's playing it, you know, the game should be pretty well underway, and it shouldn't be a big deal that you can't handle.
Yeah, and if it is a big deal, then you didn't play it well.
Yep, 100%.
And them to be. But no, I thought this was.
I like it, man.
It was a good time.
And the factions feel very, like, what little I was playing, they just feel super cool in their distinctness. Like, you know, the green cards have these roly death droids. The blue cards have all of these, like, weapon master type things. And just seeing it all play out, and you put your camps out, and then you roll your units in and try to take over the planet. Like, it feels really cool.
Yeah.
And I do think that over time, the movement and the transport and all of that would become more important as we kind of advanced our understanding of where units should be, where they're vulnerable, those kinds of things.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, we're not exactly savants at this game.
Yeah.
So there's probably a higher level.
Far from it, dude.
Not only are we not savants, but also these are starter decks. So it's going to be just a lot less, as we've seen with any game we've ever played. Like the starter decks are a certain kind of experience. That's why something like Flesh and Blood, their starters feel so much more like the actual game.
Yeah.
That like it's cool
good.
to see people starting to do that.
So 2021, we finally learned to make a starter deck fun to play at the start.
We did it.
Wow. It took us a while, didn't it?
Yep.
Hey, I think this is in my top 3 probably.
Of our throwbacks.
Yeah, I love this.
It was a good time. I'm curious to, now that we've had a break and that you've played this, for us to play Star Wars and see how you feel about it.
You know, and it makes a lot of sense because I just like, you know, I tend towards off-brand, non-defined things. I like the generic people in Star Wars.
This is off-brand of Star Wars and also more streamlined.
Yeah.
See, and we have the context of playing the CCG, so it's obviously way easier for us to pick up and get the concepts.
Yeah.
But like so much of how I understood this to work took us weeks to learn with Star Wars.
Yeah, 100%.
Where it's like, how does that?
The sense that you're telling stories that have never been told before in this game is one thing that I really love about it.
Yeah, very cool.
All right, everybody. Hey, thanks for joining us. This is super fun. Wars, man. Who wants it?
Man, what's it good for?
Let's go. Let's make it.
If you're unaware, we stream throwbacks on Thursdays, usually playing old games, and we've been going through a ton of card games. Plenty more to come, and we'll catch you on one down the line. Stay safe out there.
That's true. Beautiful outro there. Thank you.
Thank you very much.